Oh, it's fine. I distracted you long enough for me to start my programs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hello, everyone.
Hello!
What happened last time, Jmack?
Crap. Stuff. Essentially, okay.
Technically true.
We were in the middle of nowhere. We started heading back to Keegan's place.
You started a fight.
Yeah, we started fighting some wolves who are strangely strange, try to knock us out instead of just eat us to death, which is a nice change, considering what usually happens to us. We chased them away, travelled for a bit, got stuck in an avalanche, because, you know, as you do. I think, let's see, me, Torruun, Jortess, and Sideline all got trapped under... Oh, and Freaky, all got trapped under the snow.
I
Thankfully...
almost died, apparently.
Yeah, you were about 2 rounds from suffocation.
If you failed your con checks.
Yeah. Thankfully, we managed to get everyone out and burrow not much worse for wear. After that, also we found cool magical item in the snow, which was a +1 chain shirt.
I found a sword. Does that count?
No. On
It
top
was
of that,
the chainmail was also made of frostforged steel, so it gives anyone wearing it cold resistance. A little bit of it.
Presently, Rylan, because
Yes.
Tinder was not here to argue.
Still so much want, but I'm not going to take it off him.
Well, you guys can.
You can reason
We were going.
with them.
Yeah,
Rylan
we were
is a
going to agree to
reasonable
it
person.
anyway.
He won't listen to me. He doesn't like me.
it's true.
That's not true.
He's still a reasonable person.
Especially
Yeah.
considering they're both still magical.
But after that, we managed to find a little hunting lodge after taking the long way to Keegan's place. The hunting lodge is nice, it's quaint, we got some food there. During the night, where the hell are they? Alfie and Jaden, or no. First of all, where is he? Rylan was doing something strange, and for some reason, Sideline thought, let's break into his room to find out whatever this kid is doing in his room.
I never broke in.
And
Thank
then-
you.
You attempted to.
And
No.
then he got Torruun and did a very poor explanation of what the situation was. Torruun panicked, tried to break into the room, failed, and then Alfie and Jaden found out he was a werewolf. They almost killed me, or attempted to. At any rate, they probably wouldn't have been able to kill me. Let's be honest.
Oh, we did
But-
that once.
But now they know about me. But they still like me more than Elnoran and Jortess, apparently.
I'm sure Rylan was very
I
happy
did
with a bunch of
nothing
people
to
trying to break
annoy
into his room.
them. I don't know why they hate me.
Brainwashing.
Probably because Jaden was probably brainwashed about
No,
you.
even
second
without
capture.
that, he probably has good reasons to hate me.
No,
Oh, yeah.
No, he
Considering you
kind of
broke
almost.
his spine.
Yeah, he almost died, and I almost broke his spine. It was all accidental.
I
but
think the
yeah.
most liked person out of this group right now is, aside from Freaky, is Sideline.
No, Sarah is currently the most liked.
Really?
Cause I don't. Okay, I haven't done anything against anyone. I mostly just sit there and give advice.
You've helped more than anything.
I helped a
Oddly
lot.
enough, I think Thorok is probably at least decently high compared to the others. Mostly because he's been the medic.
You're not as personable or huggable as Sarah is.
No, I'm not. That's why she's higher. But I have been
I
keeping them
remind you,
alive.
Sarah
Constantly.
is a literal fire in a frozen wilderness.
Where's that to?
Yes, that is true.
I happen to be the source of
Everybody
the fire.
loves Sarah.
Well, I'm a rock.
A cold, emotionless rock.
I am in
That's true.
love.
So,
Also, I happen.
quick question, because obviously I haven't been here for a while. What was that symbol on my token meaning?
Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that wasn't there like whenever we left. So
Oh,
It
okay
was.
then.
That was it.
Oh,
That was
what?
it last session.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it may have
there
been your
last
wing
session.
things.
oh well, I don't think we ever asked Dark about it, and I don't think
No,
he
you
would
didn't.
tell us anyway.
It's probably not that important.
Who
Torn
knows?
didn't care. That's what it boils down to. He just didn't care.
Oh, also,
Well, I mean-
that can't
I
psychically
will
seize
make
them.
you a friend one day.
Good
Sideline's
luck,
been
you'll
busy.
need it.
Dear crap,
So?
does Thorok have to be the one that doesn't have
The-
problems with everyone?
No, Sideline likes everyone.
So,
Anyone else?
the group has, after much travel, finally arrived at the old frozen keep. Well, cathedral.
Mhm.
So it's been more turned to a keep than anything now. Like Keegan has usurped, transformed, laid claim.
Improved.
The word you choose really doesn't matter in the end. You all know what it means.
He has improved it with science as far as Soren is concerned.
For now you have arrived, and as you do so, a storm is currently brewing around you.
Yeah, I think it's time to get inside.
Oh, thank God,
Yeah.
safety.
They're barely avoiding it, but only by minutes. As you arrive close, an
Soren, I'm going to look up at the tower that has the lightning rods. Is it extended right now?
No.
This is a natural storm. Okay.
I was going to ask, does a storm seem natural?
Well, can Jortess give me a knowledge arcana
I can give you an untrained one.
or knowledge nature?
I can give you an untrained one.
Jortess thinks the storm is completely natural.
God
Jortess
damn
does
it,
not
I
have the
missed
skills to
you,
identify
Bell.
otherwise.
I mean, screw it.
This is why
I may as well roll Arcana. I mean, I did ask
yeah.
about the tower.
Yeah, the reason I explicitly asked Jortess, of course, was because Jortess is the one who asked the question.
Yeah.
Well, I did ask about the tower, so I'll roll Arcana. So, 22.
As far as you're aware, everything seems natural. Well, as
Okay.
natural things can be right now.
Sideline has no reason to think it's otherwise.
Sarah
Not
doesn't
magical.
personally care as long as she can get inside.
Yeah.
Aye,
But
aye, same with all.
as you approach close, Elnoran sends forth his two plant-like birds to fly in through a pair of windows into the Great Hall. And very quickly you hear a crash, and the door kind of creak open.
Oh, thank you, Eleanor.
Thank
Aye.
you.
Thorok will
As
move
you-
to pull the door open now.
As
At least
inside
we
there
didn't
is a
have to knock as loud as we did last time.
As inside are a pair of dazed plant birds with a giant beam of wood on top of them.
I'll help them get free.
Aye. Yeah, we can put this back once everyone's inside.
Mm-hmm. I'll help you.
As the group
Just put down my
can certainly make its way inside and with no opposition.
Right.
Woo.
No one's trying to kill you for once.
There's no
don't fall
undead
off
in
a
here?
bridge this time.
No, they're undead. I just have
Probably,
them
yeah.
sealed off deeper inside. I spent a long time sealing off undead.
But
Did you go that?
as it stands, you are safe to proceed. Well, probably safe.
I guess first order of business is trying to find Keegan.
Aye. Probably a good idea.
The wolves are scattered everywhere. Some of them sitting up on the balconies, some sitting on the stairwells, some perched under a window, a pair of them just staring at you as you all come in.
I pat
Or
one on the
Red.
head.
Keegan's pack isn't here.
I pat one on the head, saying, "Can you might take me to Keegan?"
It licks your hand.
Take me to your leader.
Licks your hand.
We
Maybe
know where
Keegan's
we know where
inside
he
you.
meditates.
That's true. To both of
Where he
us.
meditates. We should be able to just go find him ourselves.
Yeah, he's probably either meditating or experimenting.
A pungent smell is in the air.
I think it's either meditating or he really needs to go to the toilet.
I think he's more experimenting with that
Hey.
kind of smell.
The pungent smell in the air is choking to certain characters.
Ah,
It is distinctly the smell of wolf's bane.
Hmm.
why?
What day is it?
Can I try and tell where the smell's coming from?
That would be a perception. That'd be a perception to identify via scent.
Score.
27.
Alright.
You can identify the direction to be from where you remember his medical room to be.
Now,
Dark
why
question.
would he be giving out wolf's bane from there?
Is the date on the calendar correct?
I believe so. Yes. Well, it should be. I know it should be 1 day ahead of where it is marked on the calendar.
So it's a
So-
full moon tonight.
Yes.
For Morn, not Fenra.
But still.
There we
Yeah,
go.
he's
It's now
not
marked.
going.
It's now. I've now marked the day.
Okay.
As far as Thorok is aware, Torruun shouldn't turn tonight, but he is going to definitely be restless and probably a bit more irritable than usual.
Only if the Evening Star does something. Morn doesn't do a whole hell of a lot to me, other than look pretty.
Is that the general rule for werewolves, or is that just you?
Werewolves do not necessarily. Not all werewolves necessarily follow that rule.
Okay.
It probably also depends like what moon they were turned under. So
It depends on a few different things. Because in Torruun's case, he's a natural lycanthrope. There is no turning.
yeah, exactly. So
It
Or
depends.
maybe, like-
It depends on a number of factors, including where the curse came from. Not so much when, but where the curse came from.
Perhaps we should be careful when we're going here.
Essentially, one way to think of it is there's more than one breed of werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Alright then.
and the different breeds are all aligned in different ways. There's even a few rare breeds that are known not to appear on full moons, but new moons.
And of course, we have the best.
They're
breed.
scary.
So yeah, we should be careful when heading to his lab, maybe.
Yeah.
And by that I mean cast mage armor.
I kind of want to go see what's in the medical room.
Yeah, Sideline walks. If Jortess says it's in the medical room, Sideline will just go to the medical room.
Well, yeah, I'll share that information.
If you say it.
You approach, you can. There is lines and rows of wolves, kind of chilling out in here, avoiding the cold outside, not wanting the storm.
Sideline walks in,
I'm
sees a
slightly
familiar wolf,
surprised.
slips him a bit of toast, and then looks around.
I'm slightly surprised they're this comfortable with this much wolf bones in the air.
I think that's mostly werewolves, Jortess.
I know, but normal wolves still don't like it.
That's mainly because it's poisonous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was kind of a big part of the whole plan against the winter wolf to make the rest of his pack lag behind.
Meanwhile, Torruun is in a corner near the entrance, near some ventilation of some description. Sort of curled up.
Inside, it does not. Inside the medical room, it does not take long to find Keegan there. He is currently standing over some kind of frozen body.
Interesting. What do you have going on here?
There is a mask around his face as you approach, like a medical mask. As he kind of sees you, kind of almost makes a gesture of the hand to not approach.
Yeah, Sideline doesn't approach, but he stands there.
Same.
As he currently has a pair of scalpels in his hand, and with the finesse only known by someone who knows dual wielding.
Hey.
He seems to be conducting some kind of dissection.
Should we come back
watched this
later?
with interest.
Was I doing that?
Should we come back later, or?
That would probably be good.
He kind of pulls back a little bit, taking a breath on the side. Probably be for the best.
Okay, we'll be outside. Looks at Jortess.
Here,
It hasn't
let's go find
killed me yet. It can wait until he's finished with that.
Well, I meant you're wanting to watch.
But
yeah.
if he would rather be left alone to work, then I can respect that.
He won't shoot you out, but
No, I can always ask him about it later.
Well, Taki can just go walk out and hold the door open for people who are following her.
he's doing some kind of
Here,
dissection on his frozen body.
Here, let's go find somewhere we can rest and eat. The travel has been long, and the storm is going to be picking up very heavily. Fairly
Yeah.
certain there was a dining hall of some kind that we could go to.
There is in fact a dining hall and a large priest quarters where you can get rooms.
Okay.
Yay.
Let's go hunker down there.
You're welcome for getting rid of the bodies in the priest quarters, by the way.
Oh, and
It's fine.
Which is good.
does it work like that? I don't know. Probably not. I'll check anyways.
And gather up Torruun by the door as well. To lead him. Tell him where we're going, and we should be able to get out of the smell. So
Sure, I'll come along.
Just hold your breath. It'll be fine.
It is very unpleasant for Torruun, disorientating even. Torruun, you're considered sickened until otherwise noticed.
I figured something like that would happen.
ugh, at least it's not nauseated.
If he tried walking into the medical room, he'd most certainly be nauseated.
Oh, great.
I mean, Torruun is actually allergic to this. So.
I like to think he's also.
True.
Are you actually using that makeshift mask? Do you still have that?
No, that was like a one-time thing.
I could have imagined you using it still.
I don't have the supplies to make it again or renew it if I still had it. Really, the mask was more like, a collection of scarves and things put together haphazardly, really.
Yeah, let's just go hunker up and away from here.
Yeah.
You can do so. The place looks, well, not cleaner. There is dust around, and there are still some blood stains about, but definitely the bodies are gone at this point.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So the weapons have also been cleared aside. There is no signs of like the wolves leaving anything in here.
Oh. Thorok, I guess you should start cooking and we'll just wait for Keegan.
I
Hey,
don't
we should.
feel like eating.
Yeah, but by the time you've got here, it's probably about 3 p.m. You've traveled to maybe about 5 hours a day.
Good.
Is there a place in like the dining room to set up a fire?
The dining room has multiple locations for fires to be set up. After all, these buildings out in the Eyrie do require fires to keep themselves warm.
I pick one and start a fire there.
Sure, you can pick the closest fire.
The one closest to where Jortess is sitting.
Sure, you can pick the closest fire pit and light it.
Yeah.
After he gets the fire going, I'll start pulling out my mess kit and everything and start cooking.
You hardly need to put a mess kit. You hardly need to put a mess kit so much when there is a kitchen. So.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
Thorok
Warren's
can
hungry
actually
now.
make something.
But Thorok apparently now he's in a nice, safe environment where the wind is not blowing away his food.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of difficult to chop mushrooms thin whenever the wind blows them away.
Surrounded by nice stone walls.
It's comforting.
It is a very nice
You know what?
place.
Sickening
I always
wolfsbane
like this
smell.
place.
Eat your heart out. There's some dwarven cooking going on.
Very strong spices and everything.
So much the nice strong smell of dwarven spices and whatever other spices he might have pilfered from the spice cabinet are most certainly helping mask the smell of wolfsbane.
Oh, actually, here, Torruun, I'm not going to be using this today, since we are at our destination. So, Sideline takes the little box, the crystal in it, that it ticks with clockwork, sets it next to him, and activates a tiny hut. The air inside is fresh and clean.
Yay.
Torruun, have one tiny hut.
Yep.
George just kind of immediately just coughs out the last of that wolfsbane infested air. He goes, "Oh,
Sideline
that was
waves his
just
fingers.
downright kind of you."
Sideline waves his fingers. Magic.
Fucking Christ, you goddamn dogs!
These sickened shall be merely lowered down to a -1 to all checks. The next the next 24 hours until your body clears itself.
Yeah.
If you're no longer inhaling this.
Yay.
Let us sit within the safety sphere.
Yes, I will sit in safety sphere.
Okay.
Well, most certainly people will eat. Many people quite hungry, some people quite tired. The cold is unpleasant after all.
Yep,
nom,
and
nom,
Torruun
nom,
is
nom.
going to set up his portable alchemy lab inside of the safety bubble and just start tinkering with his stuff.
I really need to get myself one of those.
Well, if you could stop constantly insulting me, I might let you use mine.
Play nice, kids.
I don't mean to.
Elnoran
Sometimes.
will apologise for this, but after receiving food, he's actually going to eat and run because he's going to go ahead and, well, one scout out this location a bit, because if he's going to be working here, he's going to have to get familiar with where the plants are going to grow well and where they're not.
Torruun pulls out basically like a haphazard map that he's scattered out in the place and hands it to him.
Don't go in the basement, undead.
Here, I'm all done
yeah,
eating.
no,
Here, I'll escort you.
There's a big warning sign that literally says undead in every language I know. I'm pretty sure you can't miss it.
Did you add
Also-
Draconic?
I don't know Draconic.
I'll go
I
add
do.
You
You
are,
have to teach me.
if you really wish to escort Elnoran, you can. He does not see it as really needed. The place seems secure enough, and he has his 2 birds to help him with scouting.
Be careful,
It-
some of us stairs are kind of faulty and you might fall through them.
Exactly, that's why I'm going.
Oh.
The place itself is a bit decrepit.
But you're
in places.
not done cooking. Come back.
I've finished. Don't worry. It's just the stew. Just watch it. It'll be fine. I have it on a low flame, so just keep it
But you
warm.
haven't
Just
done the
make sure that
toast
doesn't
yet.
burn. Silent can cook the toast. He knows how to toast. Here, Elnoran. Let's. Here, I'll escort you and point out any of the faulty stonework and such.
Sure. That said, essentially Elnoran's main thing is
He doesn't ruin the
Best
stew
toast
at
ever.
all.
2 nat 20s on cooking.
Yes.
Yay!
Are we
I
using
am
them
tempted
all?
to roll.
No, please don't. You need that 20.
The party can restock 2 rations each.
Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Ew.
Rylan, I'm sorry.
Yay.
You're carrying the 2
Yes, because
rations.
Rylan has to carry more rations. Sarah.
I can.
I'm sorry.
How long were we travelling last session? Because
Quite a while.
Yes.
I hadn't taken away rations for that.
I was at 8, I think.
Last session you travelled
Here, I'll carry the 2 extra rations for you, Sarah. I have
10 days.
10 days, right. And then we get 2 rations from this. Yay.
8 on Rylan, 2 on you.
I have a week's worth left.
I have 10 days worth, including the one Sarah just gave me.
I basically gave Torn the rest of my rations. So
It certainly helps though you're being in this location. At some point Ryan's going to go and light the other fire pits in this room just so the entire room is warm. Stop the cold getting in.
Good
Thank
idea.
Because he's freezing.
Yeah.
Even in his cold resistant armor, he's freezing.
You could just go and stand in the tiny hut as well.
Yeah, lots of room. Actually, this entire room is in the tiny hut, basically.
Yeah.
Still freezing. Still freezing.
I feel.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why Jortess isn't complaining about lighting all the fires.
Oh, just
Still
come here.
freezing.
just take my code. You'll be fine.
I'm assuming that was directed at Rylan.
Yes.
The
You can literally sit in a fire.
It's true. You can literally sit in fires.
So
now,
can he. It just hurts him.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
make
worst
me
case.
plant my boot firmly in your chest and shove you into the fire.
Just a reminder for you, Jortess. The worst thing that happens to you from getting into a fire is your clothes burn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good thing when we're stuck out in the wilderness in the Eyrie.
But I'm saying that is the worst thing that happens because your skin doesn't burn.
Mm-hmm.
The group, though, essentially will get a chance to rest before anything more happens.
Yeah.
Keegan is
Yeah.
going to be busy for quite a bit of the night doing his, or whatever he's doing.
Yay,
Poking at
some
bodies.
health.
But you most certainly all get a chance to rest. You can all be considered as if you're getting treated for long-term care.
Yay, lots of health.
Yay.
This is not only a safe environment, but it is a stronghold environment. It is safe and it is designed to be, well,
Secure.
Then between
It's
me
true,
and
it's safe.
Thorok, we literally cannot fail at most heal checks.
plus Elnoran will be aiding, and of course you have Keegan as well, who can help with medical issues.
Yeah, I need you to look at my arm. It is not doing good.
And of course you don't really need to worry about defense because you'll know if anything is coming to attack this place. You have a dozen wolf sentries at least at all times. But
Jortess, I need to just alchemically treat your clothes to be fire resistant.
That would be nice.
Actually, considering we probably have the materials here.
potential.
Yeah.
I'm going to make another linguistics check for that box for Sideline fucking with it as he does the traveling.
Sure.
Unless you want to say I just take 20 as we go throughout that trip and just open it.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Yeah.
Well, it's 20.
Move it down. Everyone, of course, is able to kind of get bedrooms as they so desire
Yeah.
in whatever said layout you are relatively wanting. If you're wanting a double bed or a single bed or multiple
Hey,
single beds
Sarah.
or bunk bed or whatever combination of beds and things you want in the room, you could probably find.
Sideline's busy working on the box, and when he hears that, he slides his rifle towards Sarah.
Hey, remember you have to sleep now.
Well, actually, something that you've probably noticed as Sideline's been traveling, he's been working, and then suddenly falls unconscious.
Which is why I'm reminding you that you have to sleep at times.
I already tried this. It's not gonna work, Jortess.
You know, I have things that could help you sleep if you just have trouble going out.
No, I don't have problems falling asleep. It's just I have problems remembering.
I'm going to remind you, like, every single night now.
I will try.
Good, because I
No, you
don't
won't.
like staying up longer than I have to.
Oh dear, just
Oh, Thorok, you're back! I didn't fuck up the toast.
well, that's good to hear.
Where'd Freaky go?
It's probably somewhere in the mess of fuzz.
Hey, probably going around and well, probably marking his territory from all the wolves. You know,
He's socializing.
hey,
Well, I really want to keep an eye on him, but I don't want to leave the safety bubble.
He'll be fine.
Looks like Sideline's about to say something, but then stops.
Damn it, can somebody go check on my wolf for me? I can't leave this bubble. The air is poisonous.
The problem is finding Freaky within the mess of fuzz.
Come on, what's the worst that could happen?
He dies. Comes back as a zombie and he eats all of us.
I mean, Freaky's not leaving the building.
Look, Frick is a wolf among wolves. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Alright,
I-
if you're that concerned about him, I'll have a wander and see if I can spot him.
I mean, if you want to spend enough time searching, you can find he's found a spot among the wolf's dens.
And he's just sort of like laying there sleeping or whatever. Just
Pretty
relaxing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
come,
rest for him.
come back and basically tell Torruun, yeah, he's resting, he's fine. He's chilling
Thor will
with
just
the
kind
other
of look at
wolves.
Jortess and go, "Yeah, I figured as much. I just wanted you to leave for a while."
No, that's not true, Torruun. I'm pretty sure any of us would have left. You can't just make things up.
Play nice, U5.
I am playing nice.
Don't worry, he's just saying that because he loves me really. He just doesn't want to
Thor
admit
just
it.
kind of reaches for his crossbow slowly.
Just stands there and grins.
I will take down this bubble, Torruun. Play nice.
I reach back toward my lap.
Oh dear, group.
Don't worry, you'll get your chance to shoot me in the back later.
I don't like
Reaches
shooting
back to
people in
the
the back.
crossbow.
I'll shoot you in the front.
Whichever.
That's why he's going to develop DR against piercing damage.
Only from the front.
Or your characters get shot a lot.
My characters do get shot a lot. Hey, Jortess.
Hmm?
Catch.
No.
Catches, hot potatoes it. That would actually hurt as well. I'm going to reflex that to try and not be hurt.
It's only...
No, that hurts. Apparently, I don't catch it. You can catch me completely off guard, and it just smashes into my chest.
Huh.
Stop throwing bombs
go-
at each other.
He's
Yeah,
fire
Thorok said.
resistant.
And
That
that
doesn't mean-
still hurt. That actually burnt me.
Turn.
Oh.
That's like an argument of saying that you should go swim in a sewer because your skin stops stuff from going in.
You're talking to a man who would literally test that theory, Sarah.
I wouldn't if I were
Also,
you. But
Jortess,
anyway.
don't bother ticking off damage because rest.
Yeah, that I'll still be at like not maximum because of that.
Oh, you would have actually healed over time because Thorok was kind of healing you while we were traveling. So.
Yeah, you would have been at full health by the time we
You-
got here.
Fine.
Huh.
God,
I didn't
Damn it.
expect that to hurt him. Apparently, he's not as...
if you
Flame
want to
retardant
test
speed.
these
Oh,
things,
dear.
can you just give me some warning next time?
Okay, turn into the naughty corner.
Out of the bubble.
I'll just stay in the safety bubble. You can bring the naughty corner here.
Yes,
Actually,
a bit over edge of
preferably
the boat.
down. Naughty corner is kind of Jortess's thing.
Says the
Oh,
person that
That's
just for
a
a bomb at
different
another
kind of
person.
corner.
That was
Yeah,
not the
you
time
prefer
to
the
shoot it.
street corner.
What?
Hello?
Maybe.
I'll
How's my
explain
phone
when
going
you're
off?
older, Sideline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, all of you have a chance to kind of just gather around the fires, relax,
Try
share
to.
stories, sleep.
Thor's legitimately amazed that he is not that fire resistant. Like going, oh, apparently I'm stronger than his fire resistance. Excellent.
Now, are your bombs against AC or touch AC?
Touch.
Touch.
I see, yeah, that would have still hit. Damn it. Well, because if I wasn't dex penaltied at the moment, that would have missed.
Well, hopefully we're getting that removed.
Maybe.
By the way, I had Tears to Wine prepared today, so if anyone needs to make any intelligence or wisdom checks, just add +2 to it.
Oh.
Good.
Well, I mean, Sideline consistently fucks with like clockwork, so I'll take that roll at +2.
Here, drink this. In moderation. A little at a time.
Remember, you don't explode from drinking it anymore.
That was a shit roll, but still.
Man, that was a shit roll.
Yeah, you might have actually beaten the DC of what you were making at that point.
I didn't.
Oh. You'll make more progress sometime later.
Yeah. It's actually pretty hard for me to beat the DC of the thing I've been currently making.
Besides, I have a feeling we're probably going to be staying here for a while now that winter is getting into full swing. So, we're in the deepest part of winter, so we probably shouldn't travel.
Much.
Unfortunately, we probably don't have the option not to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of have to get down to it. Get down to a city. Go to the warden.
Hey, Mac.
Hello?
You roll me a d5.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yes, I
God.
can. It's gonna be a perception check, I know it now. It's gonna land on me. Oh wait, never mind, I have him, it's good.
What's that? A
2.
2.
2.
Interesting. Okay. The night goes peaceful for you all in your various rooms where you have soft beds.
Such a
Ah,
nice
yes.
change.
You actually
I-
have soft beds.
I am not getting up until at least like 4 in the afternoon, guys. Just to warn you.
You're saying
Oh,
let dawn
dear,
pass
I
and
know.
let dusk come round again.
Yeah.
Unless there's reasons for me
Jortess
to
sleeps
get
from
up.
dusk till dusk. It's fine.
Dear crap.
Strangely, this is no surprise to anyone.
Yeah. That
As
roll is
usual.
just... That roll is merely Torruun just fucking around with things. Although it's not proving very successful.
Sideline's busy fucking with things as well, but one moment Torrun's working on something, the next moment he turns around to look at Sideline is slumped over.
Ah,
It's kind of
dear.
like
Here, I'll
That's
carry
gonna
him.
throw a blanket on him.
I
He's
got
fine.
it. I'll carry him up to his room.
Okay, whatever.
Thor goes to bed late and he gets up early. Even whenever he does sleep. Which this is one of those nights. Can we sleep
No,
at
I'm
night?
gonna.
No, don't
check
you do the
up
same,
on-
or else I'll have to carry you as well.
You're not my father.
I don't have to be. I am, however, the dwarf that can carry you up to the bed if you need to.
Well, I'm not carrying all my stuff because all my stuff's presently unpacked in my room, so I'm actually quite lightweight at the moment.
Good. Just try not to fall asleep on your workstation. You never know what you might spill in your hair or something.
Oh, I know exactly what I spill in my hair. I've had to burn it. I've had to burn it off before.
Is that why it's white?
No, actually, that's kind of just inherited from my father. And because Sideline Asset, you probably noticed Torruun slows down his work for like a good hour and then picks back up.
Alright, up to bed with you, ex-metal man.
He's asleep.
Exactly. Exactly. You're now being carried.
Yay.
Torruun will
dear.
leave the safety bubble for one thing, though. He is going to check on all the kids. All 3 of them.
Good idea.
Well, the 2 boys are have essentially, after eating, claimed a small bunk room, gone to it, closed the door, and are resting away from all of you.
Yeah. Expected.
Torruun's probably just gonna grab some extra blankets, knock on the door, and say, like, I'm leaving some extra blankets just outside if you get cold.
Okay.
And how's Rylan doing?
Ryan's doing fine.
That's
He's been slaughtered by a few wolves.
That's to be expected. Well, if he needs me, he knows where I'll be. Just, I really hope he's not in the mood to push me into fucking goo again.
As long as he doesn't randomly set you on fire.
Honestly, that wouldn't be the worst thing he's done to me.
Oh dear. Just all of you.
Yeah, with that, Torruun's basically just gonna go back to his stuff and probably fall asleep at his workstation. Wake up sometime later, then crawl into bed, fall asleep again.
You'll actually find yourself. You actually find you'll wake up in bed.
Huh. I don't remember falling asleep here. Why am I in bed?
You're still dressed. You're still dressed in your like. Still dressed in like your apron and everything.
It's like, yeah, I'm still dressed in lab equipment. Why am I in bed?
The door is wide open.
Door's gonna look outside.
There's the hallway.
Hello? Anybody out there?
Nope.
Dwarf did say he would carry you.
Yeah, Torruun's just gonna close his door and just basically undress and get ready for bed.
Sure.
Fuck it.
You can do so.
It is not worth leaving safety bubble for this. If the air weren't toxic, his endless curiosity would probably dictate he's spending the night just exploring again.
The good news for you actually though is you can sleep okay because the smell of the wolf's bane dies down late in the evening.
Oh, good.
Probably where Keegan stops working and goes to bed himself. He still has to sleep.
Perhaps I can help him with that.
Even if he only has to sleep 2 hours per day. He still has to get some sleep.
True.
But he's like the opposite of Jortess in that way. Jortess sleeps like 12 hours per day.
It's not that bad.
14 hours per day.
Only when he doesn't have something to get up for.
Considering
Thorok can spend some
Jortess's
time with him and share
appetites,
secrets.
I'm surprised he's not up all the time.
Hey, you're thinking of Shunda.
Wrong kind of appetite.
The next morning, all of you, however, will awaken. It will from one in the. I mean, they're not super comfy beds, but they're beds.
This is the most comfortable thing I've slept on in over a fucking month.
No, in a
Hey.
week, remember?
In over a fucking month.
No, yeah, he was a wolf outside. Remember, not.
Oh yeah. That was your fault this time.
Look, we kind of ran into each other while I was in wolf form. I was stuck.
Yeah, these are more like these are more like barracks beds for the most part. They're not super comfy, but they're not uncomfortable. They're still
Torruun
beds.
probably slept in a barrack before. He's from Volgmar. He's
Yeah, they're
probably
still
had to
beds.
serve guard duty at some point.
Yeah, these are still beds, and they're slightly better than the average guard would get on duty because then, of course, they're not just guard beds; these are like priest's beds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, It's definitely not luxury at the same time.
It's a soft bed in a warm place. It's luxury.
Oh yeah.
Compared,
At least soft compared to the
Comparatively.
ground.
yes, compared to what you've been through recently, certainly is.
Especially the avalanche.
That was very comfortable, except for the sword.
Also, the
Yeah,
suffocation.
And they have me
it-
to hold my breath.
No, I'm surprised I didn't turn into an ice cube.
Well, Sarah and Rylan and Sideline did literally burn you out of the ground.
Copious amounts
Yes,
of fire.
that was not pleasant.
But Tinder,
No, it kind of was pleasant in a
Tinder.
way.
snow isn't an insulator.
Yes. And Jortess does
Actually-
one very hot at the moment.
That is the one advantage you had down. The snow isn't insulated.
You wouldn't have suffocated down there. You would have drowned because you felt the snow around you.
This is true, actually.
Oh dear.
I like to think that at some points, as I've been walking along, Jortess has just been leaving like little puddle footprints.
That sounds. All of you can wake up the next morning to. Is that the smell of bacon?
I'm up. I'm up.
Something that isn't mushrooms for once.
Thorok's been up. Don't give me that. I cook meats and stuff. It's just mushrooms are they're a very
Mushrooms
versatile
don't count as meat.
side. They're a very versatile side
Your meats
dish.
are leathery. It smells like
Blame,
bacon.
blame that on the salting.
Don't worry, Thorok. I like your food.
Yeah, I like it too.
You haven't had bacon yet.
It's a good point.
Sideline,
Mm.
I'm going to ask you to only prepare yourself half as much toast as normal. Trust me, you're going to want this.
Quirks an eyebrow and goes down the stairs.
Oh dear. Thorok is probably already down there because, early to rise.
Jortess cancelled his previous plans to sleep until 4. There is bacon on offer.
There is in fact bacon on offer. As you go downstairs to the dining hall closest to all of you, and well, an alchemist, best that someone described as, well, we have described like a Solarian, seems to have cooked a possibly, well, it's a breakfast probably better fitting maybe double the number of people.
Oh
We
my
kind of have
god.
that.
It's glorious.
It's a whole boar.
Nice.
Essentially, as he sees all of you, essentially, he will just inform you, eat up.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Starts eating.
How long have you been up,
Uh,
Keegan?
Are all the kids present?
Not yet, though judging, they're probably not going to take long to wake up.
Neltor will go get them regardless.
Most likely, Ryan is down here. Ryan woke up with the smell. Woke up to the smell and followed his nose.
Ah,
Yeah.
good.
Save me a plate. Big one. I'll be right back. I go get the other two.
Yeah, you can certainly fetch them. Torruun thinks he might have interrupted some kind of argument between them, but it's hard to really make it out.
Well, if Torruun hears them arguing, Torruun will just knock firmly on the door and shout, "Bacon!"
As I said, you interrupted some kind of argument. You're not sure about what, though.
Doesn't matter. Bacon. Bacon makes everything better.
They will
Is
make
that-
their way down. They'll make their way down shortly after first getting changed. They have elected not to wear their armor right now
That's fair enough.
because they're both uncomfortable with it because neither of them are trained to wear it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
true. Thankfully, given time, it could be made comfortable, like a nice shirt.
To answer your question, answer the question. Keegan will take a moment to consider, and inform you 4 hours.
Well, thank you.
Thor
for
kind of
going-
nods.
Thank you for going to the effort to make this for all of us.
Yes, it was very kind of you.
Hey,
Not just for you. He says pulling over a plate of bacon to himself.
Oh, yeah, but you could have easily just made nothing for us and left us to Thorok.
excuse
But
me.
thank you.
You love my cooking. I made a delicious dinner.
I'm
last
getting
night.
moderately sick of mushrooms.
Are
Fine,
any,
I'll-
are
Look,
any of
I'll
the
help.
wolves in
I'll
this
help
room?
him scrounge together something other than mushrooms. I
Fine.
can't do much for the spices, but I can do something other than mushrooms.
I might be able to find some good roots out in the woods.
Are any of
Sarah,
the
how do you
wolves in
feel
this
about
room?
fish?
Are the wolves
Was it-
in this room?
There's like a wolf or two.
I toss it some bacon.
No.
Wolves deserve
Frankie.
bacon.
Frankie seems to be unconscious on top of a small plate.
Bacon
boy.
coma.
Good boy.
Well, Keegan, looks like we've made it back, and well, we brought your apprentice as you asked.
Mostly willing.
Hey,
You certainly did do as I ask, and yes, it is great. It is greatly appreciated. This place should be able to get my research done far quicker now.
There is one
We
caveat
almost
though.
died several
I would-
times.
There's a caveat though. I wouldn't expect anything out of Glacier City for a long time.
hey, we may have left with a bit of a fanfare.
Not that I care about the problems of aristocracy anyway.
He points at Sideline. He blew up their mansion.
What?
Like
Say-
literally blew it up.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did do that.
It's a good third of it at least.
It was kind of impressive to see.
No one really died.
Hopefully.
Yeah, surprisingly, very few people actually did.
Aye, things are, well, very interesting things happened after we left.
It was merely for causing a distraction and property damage, then loss of life.
Sideline.
He also kind of tossed. What was that? A teddy bear or something at a roof that blew up?
Yeah. Well, I like having a flare with a lot of my things. Teddy bear just seemed appropriate at the time. There wasn't just teddy bears.
Oh,
There was
dear.
like few wind-up soldiers that I set down hallways that would walk down the hallway and stuff like that.
You're a
Either way,
madman.
long story short,
I'm
we
starting to see so much Aquilo in Sideline.
are.
The
Long
only
story
real
short, we're likely not going to be going back to Glacier City, and Elnorn definitely will not be welcome.
On the bright side, assistant, yay!
Anyway, as all of you are working, he essentially puts down a piece of paper in front of Torruun as he walks out of the room.
What did it say?
It is essentially a doctor's notice, informing you that you have an appointment over a broken arm.
Okay.
You may want to take Jortess with you about that, because there are a few things that you probably want to have him looked over for with.
yeah, a few interesting things.
Maybe.
Well, I scheduled an appointment, so
Yeah, I'll go talk to Keegan about it. Like, after bacon.
Weren't you?
Tell me when you go so that I can give him the details that I discovered.
well, look. Here's the time of my appointment right here. It's very clearly written.
Simon pulls out his pocket watch and looks at it. Oh, yeah.
Though, it's going to be good to have a bit of a rest after everything that's going on.
I need to get one of those pocket watches. Hourglasses are nice and everything, but those just have a pleasant ticking noise.
Well, you can buy one from me.
How
Shit
much?
Shit doesn't come cheap, and it takes me... You've seen how long it takes me to build these.
Yeah, and
They're
I'm
highly
asking-
intricate, and look at it. It's embroidered.
Mm. Hmm.
So, how much?
I'll think about that.
Sideline, you and I need to talk more about that later.
Yeah, we'll do. You have a doctor's appointment to go to. Soon. Tick, tick. Holds up the pocket
Yes,
watch and
yes.
points it at you.
I plan to be punctual. I still have half a plate of bacon left. Ignore the fact that this is the second plate.
Well, I'm finished with breakfast, so I'm going to go out and do my morning meditation now. If you need me, I should be... where's a good spot? Perhaps up on the balcony up there.
Torruun slaps your wrist as you reach toward his plate.
Damn it, I was giving you more.
You do not touch a wolf's bacon.
I wasn't touching your bacon, I was giving you more bacon.
Considering the things you like to play with, you do not touch my bacon. I know where your hands. I know where your hands have been.
Fine. He just sits there and eats the bacon he was trying to sneak.
But yes, does anyone have anything to do before Torruun goes to his doctor's appointment? Because I imagine this will go hilariously.
No, Sidelines just wants to see... Actually, well... No, never mind. It's just a broken arm. Sidelines doesn't give a good damn about that.
Nah, I'm not bothered about when it happens, but obviously Jortess is going to be finding Keegan when he's not super busy and saying, I'm fucked. Help.
Yeah.
You know that job you said to go find science experiments? I found one.
It's me!
Or, unless you stop him, Thorok will probably go with both of you as sort of the medic that worked on you beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Give him what I've actually done and how things have progressed.
The way
so
it'll essentially
far.
go in that case is you arrive, you give a brief detail, and then you're essentially told to leave because this is a doctor's appointment.
Yeah,
Hey,
doctor-patient confidentiality.
hey. So long. I shall be meditating over there.
That's it.
Where's a good place,
Kids
Keegan?
for me.
There's a few locations, depending exactly what you want what you like your surroundings to be.
Preferably something more rocky.
A lot of
Been a
rocks
while.
outside.
But there's also a blizzard going on, so
He would
What's that ever bother
he would
Thorok?
he would direct you to a certain part of the basement, the certain part that's not undeadville, to your knowledge.
hey, thank you.
As
I
far
cleared
as
out
you
most of
know.
We're fine. But yeah, I will. I would like to discuss with Keegan about the things he might have discovered, particularly with the blood sample I left him with.
Oh god. Sideline sort of has that moment of panic and waits quietly for Keegan's like, he really needs to say either dispose of my blood sample that I gave you or don't do anything with it. Or what did you do?
Unfortunately, right now he's in Torruun is inside with inside being treated.
Yeah, Sideline
And
sort of
you're
has an
not.
epiphany while fucking with something. Good. No, shit.
Alright.
Yes.
This is going to hurt,
I expect it to.
but you have essentially royally screwed up your arm so much that he's going
Here,
to
let me just take a polypurpose panacea for the pain.
let's put it this way. He's pulling out the surgery kit.
Oh, great. He's
Oh,
gonna
dear.
re-break your arm and get it reset.
So, let me get Thorok really quick. I'm pretty sure he has some fire whiskey I'll need.
The patient must be restrained.
No,
I can
wait,
help with that,
fire
actually.
whiskey.
Thor doesn't so much need be restrained as he's just going to be like, I'm going to put myself into a drunken stupor. Fuck.
This will still hurt enough that he's still going to require you restrained. Luckily, he does seem to have a table including straps on it, restraining someone.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Oh my.
This is fine.
As you will essentially be put down on the table, and so do you will begin. And well, yes, you're not incorrect in saying the arm will need to be rebroken and reset.
Dear.
As well as he'll be going through carefully checking over all the various sites of woundings, making sure blood vessels are not bleeding, adding some ointments and medicines in there.
Oh yeah, and could you take a look at my eye as well? Something's wrong with it.
You don't want to give him any further details, then something's wrong with it.
No, Tori could give him a lot of detail. We just don't have like an hour for me in real time for me to say every little thing and observation. I'm summarizing.
But certainly, the medical procedure on Torruun's arm is going to take quite a while. He's being very thorough with it. And unfortunately, Keegan isn't particularly... well, Keegan's a great doctor. He doesn't go out of his way to minimize the amount of discomfort.
No.
He's used to
Tor
dissecting
will
things.
insist. Tor will insist. Only be as gentle as you can reasonably be. I can take it.
I'm very glad that Elnorn is sort of an anesthesiologist. Or as well as you can be with the herbs he has.
Because as was noted, yeah, he's usually working with dead bodies. They don't scream.
Much.
Dead bodies or animals.
It's fine. Just stick of leather chomp in my mouth, and I'll be fine.
I'll fight through it, probably.
This is not the reason why
gonna say,
surgery
oh, crap.
medieval times was so rarely done, because no one wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it hurt bad.
Mm-hmm. But does he survive the procedure?
Well, let me have a look. Yes.
Keegan's a good doctor.
Considering that check breached 40.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Oh,
you're
dear.
nat one, there might be a complication, but you're probably fine.
Keegan kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You're nat one, he breaks the wrong
But,
arm.
At least to anatomy, he knows what he's doing. He's not very good at anesthesia, but you know.
That's what I have Elnoran for right now.
Mm-hmm. But Eldor hasn't had really a chance to set up anesthesia properly yet. So this is mostly alcohol induced.
That's fine.
Though
But,
eventually
what's his take?
treatment will be done, and your arm will essentially be put into a sling, and you'll be told not to use it for a short time.
I don't know. Does he have enough material we can make a cast?
Yeah, essentially he can make a cast for it as well.
Yeah. No, I'm not screwing up this arm 3 times.
Yes, he'll essentially put a caster and sling on it. And basically informing he's going to be checking it over the next few days to ensure it sets properly.
Yeah.
The next time you see
He can
Thorok,
take a
he's
look
going
at
to start
my eye
berating
as
you.
well.
He can certainly do such. And anyone who's been to an optician and knows the eye exams where you normally shine a laser in someone's eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Color
Well-
spray!
Well, unfortunately, he does not happen to have a laser he can do, but he does have sun rods he can light.
Enjoy the blindingness.
Sun rods and mirrors.
I prefer the thought of color spray to the face. Just
He does
this
not-
may hurt it just a little. Pump!
Unfortunately, he does not have color spray.
And all alchemists.
But he will examine over your eye and take notes, seemingly quite fascinated, asking about all various and very unusual questions.
Thor will answer them to the best of his ability, which
Some of the unusual questions,
probably
even
pulling out a journal and quoting notes.
some of the unusual questions, even down to how's your diet been? Have you been feeling more sleepy than usual?
Well, now that you mention it, actually, there was this time. And
Many questions. Some of them which seem to be like don't seem like you don't understand how they could be related. But Keegan is being thorough.
Yeah, Zora is just giving him. If he asks for information, he's giving it to him.
Keegan's in full science mode now.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't even
If
seen you
Keegan
yet.
asked about his one of his grandmothers from his father's side, Thor would probably start answering the question before questioning it.
Good old professionals.
As he is thorough and taking a lot of notes. You are a walking test tube.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till he sees me.
I probably say that at some point. Like, yeah, wait till you see Jortess.
Jortess will get a special session as well.
Yay.
Burning skin and bone protrusions from your back.
Which oddly hurt less recently. I'm not sure if I should be more or less worried.
It might be a case your body is kind of adapting to it and getting used to it.
Just saying. Brilliant mounting points. Could put something there.
I mean, it's hurting
Let's
less.
see what else is going to happen first.
Why I say it's hurting less? Yeah, it's hurting less on its own. But if someone was to say to start pushing on it, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. The point is it's no longer like agonizing pain from just being there. It's only now when something starts putting pressure on it, and as a result, also his spinal column.
Ooh.
The process will go through, and will take some time. Essentially, the total session for Torruun would have been a few hours of surgery, followed by 6 hours of examination before Torruun is released.
With a few hours of sobering up.
Yes, Torruun is released and essentially told to basically do some rest. Make sure you get some rest. Don't lay on the arm if you can stop it.
I will have to adjust my bed.
And for now, he's also essentially put an eye patch over your eye. For now. He's going to continue examination. Go quick check up on you tomorrow before he moves on to doing your test.
He made you a pirate now.
As he's going to essentially he's going to spend a few days trying to diagnose your condition. The same will happen essentially for Jortess, except Jortess is getting much more evasive. Because unfortunately, all of Jortess has changed.
Mm-hmm.
His skin tissue
this-
itself has changed, meaning he needs to get
some of it.
Meaning, if you allow him, he would like to get some dermal samples.
I would recommend letting him.
I will let him purely because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
They are not most dermal samples themselves, they don't hurt too bad. They're a bit uncomfortable to get because, of course, you're essentially removing layers of skin.
Yeah, and he's not exactly gentle.
Unfortunately, the most uncomfortable bit is he needs to get samples from various places around the body, including some places you'd probably rather he didn't.
No.
But for science.
I hate science. Science sucks.
Well,
Shut up,
hopefully-
science is amazing.
You suck.
You know what?
Yeah.
Just because Jortess said that, I'm going to drink a big bottle of science.
He will offer to bring some bacon in when he goes to lunch for you to have for the second half of the examination.
Can you clean your hands first?
Yes.
Knowing where they've just been.
I mean, he does wear gloves while he's doing this, by the way.
Still.
Yeah.
And it's most likely a different set of gloves. You can definitely see he has a variety of sets of gloves for different purposes.
Yeah, still. Wash hands, then bacon.
Yeah, he can do that. He has a special set of gloves specifically for cooking as well.
He's a professional doctor. He
Who
knows how to be
normally
sterile.
works on dead people.
Yes, but he still knows how
Exactly.
to sterilize things because, he doesn't want to cross-contaminate his samples.
Yeah, he also doesn't want to contract fever 4 times
So
over.
that's also true because he doesn't. Well, he does have disease resistance. He only has disease resistance, not immunity.
And who knows, he might run into some...
And also this is part of the
leprosy.
reason he has disease resistance. He knows the techniques to use.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray for internal alchemy.
Anyway, science is done, bacon is had. More science is done.
Yes. For Tinder, you'll have an 8-hour-long medical session,
Oh,
followed
sweet
by
Jesus.
please come back tomorrow.
You can't tell me anything now?
He's going to spend the night looking over the samples. Look, he will inform you tomorrow. Though will be mostly Q&A, not
Oh, thank
sample.
God. Thank God.
Knowing that
He's taken most of the samples. Tomorrow he's going to be asking questions and trying to continue the diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Sideline won't, fuck with any of the samples he takes, but he will observe some of the tests he does outside of the thing. Like, instead of doing the alchemy sort of standpoint, he'll actually look over it with an arcana point of view and seeing if it changed anything like that.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to set you up a doctor appointment because you need to know how your new body works.
Me?
Yes.
I'll be fine. I've survived this far.
Look, there are some finer points and details that you would probably like to know.
He probably could do with a physio as well, just make sure his new body is actually working as it should.
That and you're
Hey,
a man
come to
who,
me for
that and
that.
you're a man who likes efficiency. He could probably tell you what is the best fuel for your current body.
I'm more rather preferred that you two get into functioning order than him to worry about me and tell me nothing because my body was something of a divine transformation.
If you're required to use like medical equipment to aid and stuff, you can receive a +5 bonus from using his medical ward.
Oh, cool. Nice.
As it counts as that bonus does not stack with having equipment to aid you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does not. I should specify. It does not stack with having a healer's kit.
Okay,
Does stack-
so
does
it does
stack
stack
with
with
surgery
orange
kit.
herbs.
Elnora currently is now in the process of trying to restock on his herbs. He only had so many.
Okay, so...
So,
alright, so I'll just have a miscellaneous +5 at the moment.
which is still a pretty good amount, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a +1 on what I had before.
Because there are a
with the
variety of
orange
medical
herbs and the healing
tools.
kit.
There are a variety of medical tools around, actual like instruments designed for like examination, soft bed, sterilization things. Keegan will even if you don't understand why, Keegan will be very insistent that you wash your hands in this strange yellowish solution
I...
that smells funny.
Yeah. In fact, this evening, since I know Keegan doesn't sleep that much, I would actually... This is one of the nights where I stay up all night anyway, so... I want to spend the night sort of discussing with him some of the things that I've discovered and some of the meditations that I've perfected and techniques and stuff like that, and just share with him that kind of thing. He is very monk-like in a lot of things that he does, and so, Thorok feels a little bit of a kinship with him in that sense. So he thought,
Okay.
might as well share techniques.
Sure. I mean,
Who knows,
it's clear.
maybe he will learn how to only have to sleep every other day.
I mean, reasonably, the way he's adjusted his body instead is for his body to be able to handle all the sleeps needed in 2 hours, which is still pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we can combine the two.
As noted, yeah, Keegan has a 2-hour rest from basically 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Generally, though it sometimes shifts by a few hours either way, depending if he finished up early or was working late.
Mm-hmm.
And then off. You also notice he'll also sometimes have basically go off for a short time to have basically an hour's meditation session or an hour's hunt with his wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
By the way, Torruun, that engineering check I made was Sideline while you're at the medical thing, working on your bed and making a sling for your bed.
One of the things Keegan stresses is the fact that he has many things that many of the monks back at the monasteries would appreciate. This idea of you need to be able to maintain your body and maintain yourself in many different ways, not just the body but also mentally. Taking time out for mental exercises, relief, just relaxing relief, companionship. It takes more than food and rest to keep someone healthy.
Hey. Well then.
As it's the reason he goes out on short hunts and goes to meditate as well.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Torruun's sitting here missing half of the health pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan's healing prowess, of course, is beyond anything you've really had the pleasure of being with.
Very nice.
Someone who has spent their lifetime perfecting it.
Oh, good.
And yet he couldn't be more gentle.
No, that is certainly something you do note though, where a lot of it's very analytical.
Mm-hmm.
There is not a whole lot of the caring doctor behind it.
And I didn't even get a funky eye patch.
Your eye's nothing's wrong with your eye.
So it's an eye patch.
He has put a special layer of padded bandages around your back though.
It's not as good.
Yeah.
It's not as good, but it does mean if you lay on it, it's not going to give you complete agonizing pain.
Yeah, true. It might not wake me up every night now. It's
going to be mildly uncomfortable, but at least something touching it now will be padded enough that it's not going to hurt that much.
I will still punch anyone who leans on
the other thing which would have been the most uncomfortable part of his procedure, though, for you, more uncomfortable than him getting the samples, was him essentially going around and cleaning the area around where the protrusions of like bone-like substance have come out. Cleaning around it, essentially applying antiseptic around it, which stings a lot.
Yep.
And then, of course, cleaning it and making covering up to make sure, because there is a risk of infection here.
Mm-hmm. When there's like bones sticking through you, there's kind of a risk, yeah.
He understands this. Even if bacteria theory is not a thing, he understands this.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Jortess has been burning off the bacteria by sleeping in campfires.
That is true.
Well, there's the warning of what if he gets an extreme fire on him.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of screwed.
Mm-hmm.
However, after what will be, of course, you will not be paying for rations this time because food is provided.
Yay!
After though, a total of 4 days of examination between the two of them, Keegan will complete his medical analysis.
We're both fucked.
You have
in
cancer.
technical terms.
You will die in 3 days.
He can most certainly confirm that his it seems the lifeblood fluid most certainly had a mutagenic effect on both of you.
You don't say.
Aye.
In Torruun's case, it seems to have entered his bloodstream and run up the central nerves and and through the optic nerve.
Okay, that's what happened.
And has begun growing something back between the eyeballs.
You're getting a third eye.
That would not necessarily be unlikely, actually.
Well, if he wants to cut it out and try to grow it into something, well, okay.
The danger is now while this has given him the idea of ways you could possibly, kind of make this happen properly and healthily. In its current state, though, it's unhealthy and quite significantly so. He predicts that you'd probably go blind before the end of the year.
Yeah, that's not an option.
He can spend some time treating you.
I mean, it's an option. It's just not a good one.
He has he can do some surgery on you tonight to treat you.
That would be appreciated.
It will leave you in a bit of a state where it's going to take you a few days to recover, though. At least.
That's fine.
Now, are you cutting it out, or are you just improving its ability to progress?
He'll need to remove it. It's developed in a bad way.
Okay.
Though this has given ideas of a way he could artificially stimulate it.
Well, that's fine. If he wants to keep the sample, it's fine.
He'll have. If you wish, you may take your half-grown third eyeball in a jar if you would like to have it.
Nah, I'm sure he could find better uses for it.
Sure.
Preferably just throw it out. That's
Although,
disgusting.
I do have something he might be interested in.
Hmm?
Is he interested in ectoplasm?
Yes, in fact.
I pull out a vial of ectoplasm.
When the hell did you get ectoplasm?
From the writers.
Yes, I did.
If you're offering ectoplasm, he will most certainly be very keen in having that.
It's fine. Services rendered and whatnot, furthering the cause of science.
And
So,
payment
you're-
for removing
Progression
your
of
third
mortal
eye.
kind.
In Jortess's case, though, his has developed in a far worse way. Most notably, Jortess has developed a full body mutation. One.
Yes, I noticed that.
His-
At least one of them.
Yes. Your it's interesting. It's interesting. Your skin has seemed to have adopted many elements that fire elementals would.
Yeah, I spent a hell of a lot of time in the cold then. It was probably just trying to survive.
Potentially so. In its current state, he doesn't think this one would be lethal to you. So it could, in theory, remain.
But
He would not recommend it since it is potentially possible it may continue to mutate on its own.
so what could we do about it? You can't exactly cut my skin off.
No, he can't exactly.
Well.
But he
No,
has.
Sarah.
Could
He
he
has-
slow the excess mutations?
Not easy on his own. He hasn't had enough experience watching the mutations to exactly do that. But he does have a method in mind.
How painful is it?
He's not sure. He honestly doesn't know.
So that's very then. What would it entail?
Well, essentially, he would need to force he would need to force your body to unmutate,
Yeah, that sounds incredibly painful.
which would involve vast amounts of goop. This time specifically set to have a certain effect.
You mean this wonderful goo which caused this in the first place and will kill me if too much is used?
Yes.
Incredibly painful, then. And probably slightly tingly.
Not that bad.
Now, this also possibly works for the second issue, for the fact that you have developed abnormal bone abscesses,
Yes.
which it seems your body was attempting to create wings.
That would have been awesome.
It failed to, but it was attempted to create wings.
Can we fix that so it, like, continues making them?
He's certainly interested in this, and is going to see if he can possibly make this a thing in future.
Hmm.
But it will require more research before he can do so. Now, he does have a way he could probably remove those current bone abscesses as well and help get you back to normal.
Yeah, and this one's incredibly painful as well, isn't it?
It would be all part of the same procedure, in a sense.
Has Honoran been able to set up his stuff yet?
It takes some time to get plants to start growing, especially in this kind of condition.
True, yeah.
We need a druid.
However, the idea exactly to how to unmutate you is a peculiar one. Because how do you get rid of unusual bone growth without simply soaring through your spine? Which is clearly something neither of you want.
No.
Well,
No spine sawing.
He has noted from multiple things, including some of all of your experiments.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
We
That
were
his-
useful.
That his goop can be made to essentially alter and reverse the aging process slightly.
Yes.
Really?
I vaguely remember that.
In his theoretical idea, he believes under specialized controlled conditions, and with a correct dose of lightning, applied just right, he should be in theory able to essentially make your body ungrow what it has.
And there'd be no way to, say, get rid of one mutation and keep the other?
There would be. It would be possible.
I'm enjoying being fire resistant. I'm kind of curious how it would progress.
You're not enjoying it at all. What are you talking about? You're constantly complaining about the cold.
Yes, the cold is the downside. But I'm
True, but-
enjoying not burning.
It's as noted. He can't say how that mutation may continue to go on its own. So
I guess
You'll
I'll have to
probably
get rid
turn
of it
into
for
an
now.
Ifrit.
Probably not. He seems to have more. He does seem to have a bit more resistance to fire than even Sarah. At this point.
Eh,
Dix's
actually,
tongue
there are
out at
some
Sarah.
Ifrit that are extremely resistant.
yeah. So it's up to you if you wish to remove just one of them or both of them.
Definitely get rid of the bone growth things of death.
That he will inform you.
The proto wings.
That
Yeah.
will take some time.
Obviously.
It is a long procedure if he wants to do this safely.
How much time are we talking about compared to how long Torruun has to have his eyes sorted?
Torruun will take probably about 1 day to probably 1 day. The surgery can be done tonight, and Torruun will be probably in recovery for about 4 days before he can really do anything.
I'll be completely bedridden, basically, because my entire face will be bandaged.
Tinder, in your case though, the procedure alone will take a few days, and then recovery time on top of that.
Hopefully the recovery time will be less.
It's
Because, I'm in the bathing goop of wonderfulness.
it's true, but then your body has to start ungrouping. All of you only deal with exposure times of a few minutes. This will be exposure time of hours.
Mm-hmm.
At a time.
Yay.
Thankfully,
Oh, yeah,
the goop will be fresh. So.
Probably with a thorough detox in between.
A few detoxes. The overall thing though, he predicts the total treatment will take you 12 days.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Do we
Although,
really have that
I'll
long we can waste?
Meaning you'll almost certainly be into Hallowsun, the sacred and storm month.
No one does anything during that month, anyways.
Yeah, but we'll
there's
be
a bit
in
of a
that
problem.
month when we recover. So, we'll be wasting even more time.
No, we won't actually, because we're not going to be traveling during it. Trust me.
No,
it
I know
would
we
not
wouldn't be
lot-
travelling during it, but we could travel beforehand and perhaps reach a destination. I don't know how far it is to where we were heading.
Okay, and leave my arm to be completely ruined. I will be slowly going blind. Your back will be a constant issue.
It is greatly
Your
impeding
entire
your
form will be
dexterity.
slowly incinerating.
I know what will be happening. You don't need to go over it again. I'm not saying we don't get anything done. I'm saying, can we really afford to spend a week and a half plus just sitting here?
Yes.
And then
on the bright side,
months it
on the bright
takes.
side, Thorok's birthday will pass, and it will almost hit Ryland's birthday.
Look, you can go gallivanting off if you want to. I'm staying here until I can, reasonably become bat effective again.
Okay, tone it down with the rest of this.
I mean, technically, Torruun could just take the procedure and be like he can do stuff straight afterwards, but Torruun is going to be suffering severe impairment.
I understand.
So,
I know your concerns, Jortess, but
I was more thinking the opposite. Like, have Torrun's procedure, let him recover, and then you guys head off wherever. What the fuck happens to me, and I'll catch up when I can.
it wouldn't be safe to do that because we are very close to when the storms will begin, and if any of us are out there in
Keegan, hang on. Keegan, how long would it take us to travel to, where is it we're heading? The Warden's place?
Let's see. Based on the detour you've taken up to here, it would take you at least a week and a half of travel, at least.
So you might make it there, you might not. Okay, it's sorted. Don't
You would
bother
not
taking the risk.
I mean, even leaving now, you'd most certainly get caught in the storms.
Well, there you go then. Argument solved. Don't take the risk. We'll stay here.
I'm glad you're
Okay.
seeing reason.
Torruun.
You can technically travel
I'm
during the
glad
storms. but it's
someone
not
bothered
recommended.
to ask how long it would take to get there rather than just shouting constantly.
Look, even while we're stuck in here, it's not as if we don't have anything to do. But thank you, Keegan, for all this.
Aye.
So if you wish, he can begin these medical procedures.
Yeah. I would like to ask, the kids to all get themselves checked up as well, because Alfie and Jane have gone through torture. And Ryland, could probably use a checkup.
Keegan will
He's
essentially
grown-
offer full. Keegan's more than willing to offer full medical checkups to everyone.
Yeah, no, but Zorn's going to encourage them to take the opportunity.
And he'll check
Because,
over everyone and give.
He'll be very, very clear that, I had already broken my arm and screwed up my eyeball. These were my fault. This has nothing to do with Theo's standard medical checkup.
He'll be able to offer guidance and assistance and recommendations to help everyone.
Aye,
Sideline
that
will
would
get
actually
it,
be
but
very
that's what he's going to be doing mostly during this time is, if possible, reclaiming parts of the unused metals and other stuff from the place to start working on a few of his build ideas.
You can try that. There's not a lot of good metal for building.
He already has a bit of metal and stuff like that on him.
Most of the metal here was more meant for decorative situations. So
Nay. There is actually, while we're here, there is also the chance to. We know that there are undead down in the deeper basements. Do we know how far down it goes?
not that far.
The catacombs? Not that far, but
Then perhaps we can spend some time clearing that out completely, because having it just sealed off down there, they could be there for centuries, and who knows who might run into them later on after everyone here is gone.
I don't
Perhaps we
like
should
the
just clear
idea
them out
of
now.
leaving. I don't like the idea of leaving, undead in somewhere that was once, sacred ground.
Aye, exactly. So perhaps while we are here and while you two are recovering, the rest of us can help clear that out.
Just keep in mind, as soon as you open that door, prepare for a mob of them.
Aye, don't worry. I think we're going to be preparing up here
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, if you want my recommendation, set up like barricades meant to stop them from charging into you head first.
Aye. We shall probably take your advice then. So, who knows what else we might find down there? Lost artifacts or something.
Yes, with people's medical treatment and recovery, a special coloration has been put onto the calendar to show the time that will be spent in that.
Ah, red. Okay.
Can someone link me
Yeah.
the calendar again?
Gotcha.
Put it in the Skype.
I'm doing so. Already
I've
got it.
already done it.
Alright.
Yeah.
For future reference, Tinder, if you go into
There
for
is.
future reference, if you go into the notes, click calendar and astronomy, the link is also in there.
Oh yeah, I always forget it's there.
So we have a dark, we have a jackalope, a buffalo, a bat, and a llama.
Wait, I'm a jackalope?
There's also a rhino.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the
That's
rhino,
Taurus.
because I can't see it.
Yeah, Torn's the rhino, I'm the jackalope.
I
Is it-
can't. What ones were there?
There's
Buffalo,
also-
bat, and llama. You are the llama, Tim.
I'm the fucking llama.
I'm a bat.
I'm a buffalo.
Still,
Drama llama.
at least all of you are actual creatures. I'm a jackalope.
I'm dark.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you're
Dark is dark.
you're just a cat.
Let's check.
So I get to retain my identity.
A jackalope is a jackrabbit hare
Oh, I
that,
see.
that
Yeah,
has the
I
horns of a deer.
googled it.
But you can see here the recovery time
Mhm.
of the two of
In a
you.
bit.
Torruun will only be up to the shooting star recovering.
Okay.
And Tinder will be through the entirety
Well,
of it.
the second shooting star to be precise actually would be recovering. Or Tinder will need all the way up until the end of the fireball.
Well, I am remutating my entire body.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we're
The-
halfway through.
Kind of.
The procedure for Torruun is, well, simply surgery. Cutting open the, putting him under full anesthesia, cutting open the skull, and getting to work.
Yeah.
Scooping out an eye.
I'm kind of
And then-
glad I'm only going in goop and being zapped.
And then of course surgery is being done inside, and then the skull is being kind of put back together, and then stitched, and then cut. Then Torruun's going to look like a mummy for a short time, where he's going to be completely covered in bandages.
Yeah, Torruun isn't leaving the medical ward at that point. He's just going to
Torruun?
sit in bed, basically.
Torruun, after the completion of the surgery, you suffer 10 to all your 10 ability damage to all of your ability scores. Initially after.
Well, I'm glad that Keegan is here and you're getting complete bed
Well,
rest,
that
that'll-
drops me into -2 charisma, so I am
Yes.
physically comatose.
You were unconscious
for a
you were
while.
unconscious for the first 2 days after surgery.
First day, rather, because he's
Oh, yeah,
getting
it's just first day after because you're
long-term care and 24-hour bed rest.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Torruun isn't
Okay.
talking to anybody during this period.
Yeah, you're unconscious
Unless
that
it's
entire first.
unless
your
someone
entire-
comes up to him in an emergency. He's not moving, he's not talking, he's not doing anything.
Your entire first day, you're unconscious. The second day, you've got like 1 charisma.
Ugh.
I've been there. It's fun.
The second day you have 4 charisma, then you're back to your charisma again.
At least your wisdom didn't suffer too much damage, because then you would have been comatose with horrible nightmares. Horrible nightmare creatures. Assaulting your mind.
It's Torruun. That's every night.
It's not every night. Just
Some
more
nights he
than-
doesn't
just-
sleep.
But most certainly, Torruun just kind of goes into a deep kind of loop, just lucid coma where he's just nothing really makes any sense anymore because he's kind of lost his identity of self for a short time.
Oh man, if you didn't have very much charisma, you could have just straight up, or con, you could have just straight up died there.
Well, luckily it doesn't affect
On the
con,
operating table.
It's only the mental stats it's affecting, luckily.
That,
Oh, okay, never mind.
even if like I didn't have a whole lot of con, I need to be brought to -6 con to die.
That is true. Yes.
Yes, in this case, this dealt 10 points of ability damage to each mental stat.
Because he carved into his skull.
And was playing around. And was playing around near the brain. So,
But I wonder what
Plucking
this
out
bit
budgeting
does,
optic
Poke.
nerves.
he was careful with it, but he's never done brain surgery before, effectively.
Well, I'm glad we're teaching him something new.
Mm-hmm.
However, in Jortess's case,
Oh,
you are essentially being remember that metal table?
Mm-hmm.
You're being put onto that, strapped down to the metal table,
And it's emerged.
given a breathing mask.
I was going to say I hold my breath.
You're being
Yay,
given
mask.
You're being given a breathing mask, which essentially is, well, it's a full face mask that prevents the goo getting into your eyes.
And a long tube.
Yeah, and essentially a long snorkel to allow you to actually breathe. And then with that, with you being strapped down, the table is essentially lowered into a specialized patch of the goo, which is glowing this strange shimmering blue
Ooh.
as you're kind of lowered in. And then the goo is intensified by lightning.
Oh, I told you this was incredibly painful.
It surprisingly isn't. You don't really feel the lightning at all.
Oh, is it tingling?
Possibly because your entire body is completely numb. And that's where you lay. Completely numb for about 4 hours at a time. The procedure taking about 7 days, and then the rest of it being recovery. So you essentially have each day. So basically, for 7 days, you have 3 4-hour sessions of goo submersion.
Mm-hmm.
For a total of 12 hours per day in the goop.
I take it you also saw my PM.
Yes.
Yes.
The procedure, as it doesn't actually hurt that much. Though, essentially, when you're removed from the goop, Jortess just can't move.
Guys, I'm paralyzed again.
Essentially, Jortess can't move by himself. His face can, because his face has a mask over it.
So I can
You can
still
still kind of-
talk to you all. Huzzah!
You can still talk, you can still chew, you can still eat. So someone has to feed you the food.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not going to eat, am I?
Elnoran will make sure you get food.
Hope you like mashed tubers.
Elnoran will make sure you get food.
Anyone but Thorok, please.
As I said,
I'm
Elnoran will make sure.
cooking the food. Elnoran can give it to you. Don't worry.
We
have
Yeah.
mashed turnip.
for the first 7 days, you
Damn it,
basically
aren't I
can't.
suffering enough?
For the first 7 days, you essentially can't move too
It's
much.
not mushroom, at least.
And then essentially the day after those days, you're still also unable to move. Which will be on Thorok's birthday, in fact, is the last day you were paralyzed.
We can play pin the tail
No
on
one-
the Jortess.
No one knows it.
No, fuck
Except-
off.
It's true, but it's Thorok's birthday still on the calendar.
Yeah. Thorok
Then
has
those
told
last-
nobody.
Then those last 4 days is where the numbness starts wearing away and the paralysis starts to die down.
Well.
And
well,
do
And
I
you start-
still
his
have
recovery.
bone spikes?
And you start suffering now. You start suffering for the next 4 days. Spontaneous moments of deep muscle cramps.
So I'll just be
Where-
walking around and they're just sort of like, oh,
Yeah,
down he
Jortess
goes.
will essentially be like walking around, maybe going to get a drink, and so he just feels his entire right side of his body cramp at once.
And he just falls over.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Here,
also,
I'm going to
Jortess
keep near him.
Also, Jortess, after this, by the way, after he's been removed from the group completely, his torso is completely mummified in bandages.
Oh, great. Here, I'm going to stick close by him, especially after like the first episode where he collapses.
Capable of looking after myself.
Says the man who's face down on the ground.
The muscle cramps last anywhere from 1 round to 1 hour at a time.
This was entirely planned for the last hour. I can look after myself.
However,
as I'm carrying you to a bed.
It most certainly starts severe at the start and gets lesser and lesser towards the end.
As the bones recede back into his body.
Well, the bones more or less have receded by the end of the end of the first week.
Oh, good.
Or the first 7 days. Essentially, you're mostly in recovery for the for Hallow Sun, where your body now is trying to adapt to what's just happened to it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's also receiving the side effects of the goop, which is trying to,
Kill me.
It's not trying to kill you. It's trying to make sure there's no more permanent damage, such as it's healing your spine.
Mm-hmm.
My spine was fine.
Well,
no, it wasn't.
The bone was attached off the spine.
Oh,
so.
well, that bit. I thought you meant the whole falling through the roof and damaging spines.
In that case, you are fine. The procedure, other than being, initially, just, oh my god, I'm bored, I've been laying here for like a week in this group.
He probably starts singing at one point to himself.
Like humming,
then
coming
talking
out.
to himself.
I just saying like humming starts coming out of the breath tube.
Mm-hmm. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, diddly-dee.
You know how people like watch clouds go past? I imagine doing it with the bubbles in the goop.
Mm-hmm.
Is the goop translucent?
The goop is semi-translucent. You can kind of see him.
It's a translucent green.
That one looks like a kitty.
It's translucent, like translucent glowing blue.
Hmm.
Oh, blue. Okay, he's changed it. He's changed the color a little bit in the new batch.
That bubble looks like Torruun. Oh, it popped.
Oh yeah, the electricity.
It was blue before the electricity was dosed to it. Just adding the electricity made it glow really bright blue.
So he did change the color. Cool, because we ended up green goo last time we were here. Anyway,
this batch was specially made for Jortess in this case.
Especially made to remove my shit.
However, it is also being particularly interesting for him because Keegan is of course taking a lot of notes from Jortess.
Mm-hmm. I am the best subject.
Oh dear. Speaking of goo and everything.
While all this is going on, of course. Yes,
Yeah.
the rest of you.
Yeah, sometime like during this, like probably after like Torruun's thing, and while Jortess is in his bath of goo for the day.
This is just Torruun doing research. Don't worry about it.
He's currently part of his 4 hours in Jortess in the middle of one of his 4-hour sessions of goop.
Yeah, Thorok wants to come and
bored.
sort of return the goos that they brought last time, the ones that he didn't use, which
Sure.
honestly that's a fair lot of them because they seem to be getting on.
Yeah, Sir will bring hers as well.
He will note. He has noted. Yes, the goose seems to start breaking down the longer it has been exposed to the outside.
Hey, and I was wondering over the I think we've been gone like a month now, so yeah, over the month if he's made any improvements on it that maybe make it a bit better for long-term storage at this point.
For long-term storage, not particularly yet. He's been mostly trying to keep an eye on various effects of it and trying to learn exactly how does it behave in different circumstances.
Well, I can say for a fact that I have a good feeling that since these mutations sort of nod his head over at the room that Jortess is in, I think it may have been because they've been sitting around for so long, and as it breaks down, it gets more potent in that respect. Because we didn't use very much of it till before we started traveling back, and we haven't used it since.
Mm-hmm.
But he will certainly accept back the samples. He's been doing a few different experiments with it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be happy to know Jortess was not the first time he's trying his theoretical idea on something.
Oh, good.
He tried it on
news.
He tried it on a few rats beforehand.
Oh, good. Well, Jortess is his first human subject, so.
One of the rats
Again.
one of the rats he
Nephew.
used one of the rats he used a specially potent formula.
Anything special happened with that one?
Well, yes, he'll show you where he'll show you the medical log, which includes like sketches.
Mm-hmm.
So the rat went from being a full-grown rat to being essentially its younger self.
Went down to juvenile. What? That's.
And then a short time after it was no longer exposed to that. The effects started rapidly reversing and returning back to normal.
Oh, okay.
I wonder if that's what's causing Jortess's cramps.
Yes,
How-
yes, that you
Yeah.
can confirm is basically what's going on.
How fast did it take for it to grow younger? Like, was it a slow process for it to become young again?
Not really. I was submerged in a goo for a very short amount of time, and Rylan had to fish me out, and I had actually grown quite younger.
Not that much. Well, you can't say how much younger exactly, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't say it's that long. He couldn't give an exact number. He hasn't tried it on a person with this kind of potency. For the rat, it did not take long at all.
Hey. Well then.
And the effects, it's rather interesting. He finds where in theory you could make, in theory he could, well, essentially at least for a short time, grant someone the blessing of youth for a few days, maybe a week. He's guessing before it would then start wearing off basically overnight. By the time they wake
Jortess
up,
is young again. Huzzah!
not in this case. That he's using a weaker version.
Aww.
And he's
So
not
you're
trying-
losing like a month, not a. Years.
As I said, it will reverse afterwards. So
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I could get up to all sorts of mischief as a kid in that time.
You know.
he does idly note the amusing ideas for infiltration.
Hey, but
Not more child
I'm-
assassins.
I assume the rapid aging afterwards is very traumatic.
It
Surprising.
is.
Well, what Jortess is going through right now, yes.
I assume it would have been worse for the rat.
The rats oddly enough when exposed to the exceptionally high potency one did not seem to express any distress.
Maybe it depends on your lifespan.
Potentially,
Possible.
though the extra potent one might be a more stable sample, less prone to painful side effects.
Well, I guess if you need someone to
Why
test
couldn't
with,
I have that one?
because he doesn't know.
Because you don't need it.
Because he's looking to cure a symptom, not to completely
Cause
alter your
more.
body.
Yeah. If he needs test subjects, if Thorok agrees, me and him will probably be good for that, considering we
Aye.
don't know how it affects long-lived people.
Aye. Though first I would like, if you would, borrow some of the goo and combine it with me blood and some holy water so that we can help clear out the rest of the undead down there.
He can certainly aid you in clearing out the undead, which is not a particularly difficult issue if there's something Thorok wishes to spend his time doing.
Aye, that's definitely going to be part of it. And if there are any experiments that he wishes to do, every other night I am up constantly, so I only need
Yep.
to sleep every other night.
You
Guys, I'm
can follow.
bored. Can I come help kill them?
You can't move.
No,
You can. Well, you might move, but you might fall over.
Aww.
Aye. I don't think he'll be much help.
Well, what's a great one was for Jortess when he suddenly gets a neck cramp.
Oh,
God.
The cramps suck.
Just ends up riding on the floor.
Where's
Someone kill me! Not you,
Yeah,
Todd, I know you actually will.
Not going to kill you. I enjoy watching you suffer. No, I'm just kidding.
Where are you?
Of course, by this point where Jortess is in recovery, Torruun is fully up and awake again and moving.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
You know what?
yes, if anyone wishes to volunteer themselves for some kind for to the theoretical idea to be tested on, they can.
I
Yeah,
would, but
that-
I've already been experimented on enough.
You're kind of in recovery right now.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
Thorok
sure
will agree.
Gideon will be aware of my condition by now and why I'm probably not going to subject myself to changing a possible mentality and physical attributes while under certain effects.
Of which,
However, if Thorok wishes to have a go, he certainly can.
oh, we're ending on a Fenrir full moon as well. So
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh my
Sarah's
god.
Yay.
Can you mutate him to have an even shinier head?
Theoretically. Actually, that's something that
we
I would.
need to, and then we can just like bounce lights off it to blind people.
No, but
The best kind
Actually,
of mirror.
I was wondering. There was an effect that I found while we were experimenting earlier. If you combine my blood with cold iron and mirror, was it, Sarah?
Let me go
Or-
check my journal. I think that was
for
a
the spell
yes.
turning. Yeah. Or just the cold iron with spell resistance, correct?
Oh,
So
no, yeah, vials is Mirror, Cold Iron, Thorok and Goop, which created the spell Reflect. The spell Absorption was My Blood and Mirror and
no,
Cold
not
Iron.
spell absorption. The spell resistance.
I know. Oh, I don't have that recorded. I think that was just Your Blood and Cold Iron.
Cold iron. Yeah, I think so. If you would like, I would like to sort of focus any kind of experiments on that because, I mean, one of the reasons you are developing this is to aid those that do not have magic in combating those with magic in a more sort of even the playing field, so to say.
That is certainly the case, though it is a difficult thing to currently test, considering he has, well, nothing in the way of spell casting.
Looks at
We have a
Sideline.
sorcerer, a wizard, and a magus. We can test.
We can aid in that.
That's
If
true.
you would like, I would wonder if I could, perhaps given time, I might be able to have a more permanent resistance put on me.
Currently, he has not found any permanent effects from this yet. Well, in that way.
Waves.
Intimidations.
Well, yours is not permanent. We're removing it. So.
It
Who
was
knows?
permanent until removed.
I mean, who
We
knows
should be
how-
able to make some progress though, and so
He might certainly do some minor tests like that.
sure. So yeah, during the day then Thorok will help clear out the undead, and then during the night it's experimentation time.
What is Sarah particularly doing, or volunteering to do?
Oh,
Keeping Jortess company.
sarcastic invisibility.
You bitch.
One thing she was interested in is still that cryptic comment of how Erja Mago could help her. So she kind of wants to see whether or not Alfie would... No, not Alfie. If Jaden would be up for maybe trying something with that? Because she's not entirely sure what would happen. She could just
speaking
like
of
throw
which-
him at him or whatever.
Speaking of which, actually, Sarah,
Yes?
I have another vial of ectoplasm.
Okay.
Do you think this would help you in any way?
Probably not. At least none that I can think of.
Alright.
It's probably best if you just keep it for now. But, yeah. The problem she foresees with this is actually getting Jaden to cooperate. Because as we've seen, he doesn't particularly care at all.
Yeah, he doesn't like experiments.
Oh, so that's experimenting, sitting near him and seeing if something happens.
Well, it kind of is.
The main issue is distrusting of all of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you may want to just like work on that, sort of build up a bit of trust.
I mean, if she can spend that time. Essentially, card game plus.
You could.
Oh, and also making. Would Keegan have enough magical reagents if that Sir could buy to make a magical item? Or trade with him for something? Because I just remembered birthdays.
Yeah, that's the thing. I need to make Ryland something.
So most certainly, you could propose a. You could essentially, you could essentially trade an equal amount of gold for the reagents you need.
Okay, then Sir will spend the day it will take her to make the the thingamabobs for him.
Sure. Can you also roll me a charisma check?
Yes, watch as I horribly fail.
And that's funny.
I can hope, but I doubt it.
5% chance.
Which you
Bam!
got.
What is it? Like,
Wow.
the first roll, everyone's rolled today has been like a nat 20.
Not mine.
Mhm.
Okay, apart from you two. But us
It's
three.
the day of 20s. Hooray.
Once.
I'm assuming card games went really well.
We are combating your luck, Dark.
Attempting to watch as all we roll next is ones. Right then.
It is not a. As I said, these days are a combination of annoying, painful, tiring,
Yeah.
and fascinating. Different people.
Also painful for Jortess.
Well, one thing
And
Jortess
very
does get.
annoying for Jortess.
One thing Jortess does get in some aid, at least, though, is Elnorum will at least at least for the last 2 days have at least a little bit of anesthesia he can give you to help numb the pain.
Yay. Of course, it doesn't do anything for his balance.
Doesn't do anything for his balance. It's true. If you're
So
if you're
now
like
he's falling over even more.
Don't worry, I'm here.
if your leg completely cramps up, you still collapse to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But Tinder,
I'm staying very close to him.
you may remove the dex penalty,
Yay! I can move again.
as by the end of all of this, your balance will be back to normal.
Hooray!
Torruun,
I
of
can
course.
now dodge Torrun's bombs.
Torruun, of course, you'll be able to see again, meaning you'll get that. You will no longer take that penalty on ranged attacks.
Woohoo.
Ooh. And perception checks.
Mhm. As all of this kind of proceeds on everyone doing their various things.
Just quickly, out of curiosity,
Yes.
while Jortess was incredibly bored during one of his dunking sessions, could he ask Keegan why what was with all the wolfsbane when they arrived?
He could. He will inform you he had he was doing an autopsy of a particularly dangerous corpse.
Mm.
Okay, in what way? Was it a werewolf corpse or something?
Something close. It was a kitsune.
Oh.
Oh.
Its face scarred similar to a wolf.
Wait, rank scar?
You seem surprised that you're familiar with Renziger.
I explained Lyall.
You listen fascinated.
Hi.
That's... Huh.
Where did you find this Venska or whatever it was called?
The wolves
Hey.
found them frozen out in the forest.
Oh, I see.
Well, at least we can safely say it's probably not Lyall because we kind of had him entombed inside of just solid stone.
You will also be
Right.
informed it was a female.
Yeah.
That's probably also another good reason why.
I don't know. Did you guys ever check under his pants or something? He could have been a female.
Dear.
No.
You saw his
Yes.
human form. He's male.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, dear.
I miss Lyall.
Hey.
Me too. He
Thankfully,
was
he's
so much better than this robot thing.
Because
I don't know
as I
about
know
that.
that was given to you, Lyall's plot arc never ended.
Mm-hmm. Well, it might have ended now.
It lives into character death, and will keep going. Just now without the players to just without the player character to resolve it.
Mm. It'll pop up again later, I'm sure.
The time more or less though kind of passes. It's all of you getting your various things done and various experiments continued.
Wait. Did I say what Sideline was doing?
I don't think you did directly.
Said he
No,
was
I know
working
he's-
on something.
I know he's tinkering with something.
I'm gonna ask Keegan if he has like sulfur and saltpeter I can use.
He has some, yes.
Because someone's birthday is coming up and I want to do something for them.
There is some, yes.
Does he mind if I use some?
You can use a little bit of it, but be mindful.
Okay.
Okay.
I know what Sideline's doing for the trip.
Sideline, I need your help.
Why?
Fireworks.
He basically right now, all you see him been doing for the past week is poring over his hollow book, drawing and sketching and making designs and stuff like that.
Also, most certainly, see when Hallow Sun started. By the way, on the first day of Hallow Sun, as almost the month almost predicts in the sacred month, where it's supposed to be a month of rest anyway, and also known as the month of storms. On that first day, all of you probably in that morning are awoken by a huge bolt of thunder outside.
Go away, I've had enough lightning.
The storms are in full effect, with winds that are strong enough that if you're outside, you might risk getting blown into the canyon.
Mm-hmm. Even my clan doesn't go out, and we are generally very hardy to both the wind and the weather.
No one's entirely
The
sure why, but
storms
it's
are-
always been the case. This season produces storms almost everywhere, each of their various kinds, be it sandstorm, snowstorm, thunderstorms, or tornadoes.
The priests of my clan have a theory on that, actually. In general, we think that during Hallow Sun is sort of where the gods release their pent-up rage, because many perform evil acts during the days, but very few of them are smited by the gods personally, and so they need some sort of outlet. And my clan thinks that, well, that could be why Hallow Sun is storms everywhere.
But it is the end of the year now, and as this stormy month goes on, it is a reminder that even though this month shows the bleak darkness of it all, spring is about to arrive. The storms, and at the end of the storms, the first blossoms will begin to appear.
Okay, for the thing that Sideline's been tinkering on, I think he's going to be working on designing advanced firearms. Or something like that. Yeah. Maybe.
Meanwhile, Torruun is making a mess of paper candle fireworks and probably some star candles.
If Sarah goes Storm Bloodline during this month, by the way, she can consider her charisma 4 higher.
Oh god.
Would that apply to that charisma check?
No, it's your charisma for purpose of sorcerer-based abilities.
Oh, right, okay. Cool. I'm still switching because that sounds really cool.
Because during this
It
one
would
week,
actually be very.
during this 1 week month, there is such storms and turbulent rage.
That might
Yep.
actually be helpful for whenever if you're
When we're
helping me
fighting the
clear out
undead.
the undead, yeah.
Sarah's a literal bolt of lightning.
Which Dor will be all too happy to purify some undead.
Yeah.
As is something all of you except Jortess can reasonably do.
Oh, help, guys. Oh, God, why?
Which
I basically imagine Jortess like, I'll help, and suddenly just your ankle cramps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of
Which-
which, I'm going to actually test out the holy water goo now by smearing it on my fists. See what it does
You-
against the undead.
You know, I can probably make something that's a little bit more effective with that. Here, I know how to make a holy balm. A holy weapon balm. Just give me that. Let me see if I can apply it to this situation.
But I also wish to test it on this, see what the exact effects are whenever used like this. But here, there's more than enough that we should be able to share it like that. So.
Sideline just shotguns things. It's fine.
Rather disappointing results will be found where nothing really seems to too much occur for Thorok during the entire endeavor, with simply the goo and the holy water on his fists like that.
That's a pity.
Oh, by the way, Sideline,
Mm.
I want your help designing, an initial barrier for the undead when we open this thing up. I'm thinking some kind of spiked barricades.
Best you're getting. It ain't the best, but
Yeah, I also noticed you said Thorok's blood was included.
Okay, good. Oh well, that's disappointing. Doesn't look like it has any additional
Well, I
effects versus
assist.
the undead.
Suddenly,
Hooray! Hooray, engineering.
The process of clearing it out is not difficult. Not when, one, you have a strategic position, and two, this time you're not rushing in to save someone.
We're taking our time.
You can take your time, and you can use the natural just kind of closeness and tunneling to your advantage.
Perfect locations of fighting for a dwarf monk.
and shotgun wielding wizard.
That is also true, yes. Your name above my head.
Yep. Duck.
By the end of
He's a
by the end of
dwarf.
the
He doesn't
by
have
the
to
end
duck.
of the Red March period, however, the undead will most certainly be dealt with. And Jortess, you will be fully recovered.
Yay, no more cramps. Look, I can dance. I can dance. Watching that one on this now.
Please,
And
for
he,
love
break,
of Christ, not
and he
one.
breaks his ankle.
Oh, so
Didn't
So
have one.
close.
He failed a 5, though.
Mm-hmm.
Jortess trips over in his first step.
What?
Hey.
Hey, come on. Cut me some slack. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been able to walk properly.
Here, you're better off trying combat maneuvers with me.
Or I could go
You've
and
never been a
sleep.
good dancer. You've never been a good dancer.
I did pretty well at that party.
You did all right.
And in case it wasn't clear enough, none of you will be able to miss Fat Ryland's birthday the next day after.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Because
perfectly
Fireworks!
Ryland is going to wake up with a mess of fireworks in his room.
There's also the fact that you've noticed as it's got closer and closer to his birthday, Ryland's ego has been slowly rising towards it.
Oh dear. Well, I guess for his birthday, I'm going to basically cook him breakfast and everything. Work on something special, a dwarven special for birthdays. No, it's not mushrooms.
How did you know I was going to about that?
No, this is something very special. In fact,
Yeah.
it uses dwarven alcohol as a main ingredient.
Super mushrooms.
No, that's a large person cast into a mushroom. You grow mushrooms with enlarged by watering them with enlarged person potions.
Oh my god.
That's
Unfortunately,
normal alcohol. This is a special alcohol.
Sideline will help Torruun a bit with the fireworks, but he will begrudgingly say that while he's been strewn about this mess of paperwork and hollow book typing and just various design sketches and stuff that look horribly complex, he says, your present isn't quite done yet.
What are you talking about? Look at all the fireworks you made him.
You look at the fireworks and look all of the entire mess in front of him.
I said, look at all the fireworks you made him.
Oh, right.
Perfect.
I did that.
Well done, you two. You are very in sync with this. Literally the exact same roles.
That was entertaining. But yes, Ryland will also be getting a couple of other things from Torruun.
Such as?
An oil of magic weapon,
Right.
a dose of sovereign glue, a dose of
Oh.
universal solvent, just in case whenever he gets stuck, he wants unstuck. And, well, he unfortunately does not have a whole hell of a lot else to give because, well, limited resources and everything. This is what he could give him.
Sure.
But hey, fireworks, some neat alchemical stuff.
Yes.
That, and I suppose, you can flip through my formula book, and if there's any formula he wants me to prepare for him to use today, I can do that.
Yes. So we'll present to him the armbands. Be like, no, your clothes are getting tight, so I made these.
These many garments?
Yeah.
Oof.
Hopefully they'll be useful.
Certainly a 9th edition.
Now we won't have to worry about clothes shopping. Presumably.
Yep. And at this, Thorok probably calls everyone for time for the dinner. He had Keegan help him with the actual dinner. He's mostly prepared. He mostly spent the day preparing the special dwarven treat.
That sounds like a trap.
It's not.
It's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap.
I made you blood sausage.
No,
Don't
Keegan might
spot
have.
pudding.
But no, what? No, they are actually little sort of candy balls that use a special dwarven alcohol as a main ingredient.
Oh, these will be fun. I know.
Oh,
these.
yeah. Basically bourbon balls.
Okay then. I suppose then celebrations
Bing,
are
bing.
had.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds good to me.
Celebrations, I suppose, are had by the group to allow them to continue to relax. the fact that you guys are actually giving such attention to him on his birthday definitely does earn some of you quite a bit of brownie points.
Yeah.
Jortess gets none because he's been too busy dying to get him a present.
It does. It does. He does. He does. It is an important day for him, even though for many people it's not. It doesn't really matter so much. But for him, it matters quite a bit.
He's finally a teenager.
Technically so.
Oh yeah, there's also one more thing Torruun has for him.
Oh.
Inspired by his use of pheromones in the tiger incident, let's call it. Torruun's going to pull up basically like a formula for essentially, a cocktail of pheromones and things that Torruun will tell him he could figure out how to stick this on the end of an arrow, and essentially this could cause Freaky, probably Torruun's going to admit, probably some of his own wild instincts, and quite probably every other predator within a mile radius will come to attack whenever he shoots with it.
Looks so at the recovering Jortess.
Don't you dare.
Looks at the army of wolves around.
No.
I
Please.
mean, do you want me to put together a test sample?
So you can just pour it over your head.
Look, what he does with it is not my problem. If he asks for it,
It
I
might
kind
be
of
your
have to
problem. If he uses it on you, it'll be your problem.
Yeah.
Though he's fine with it and does appreciate it. You can see many uses for it.
Yeah.
The biggest question, really, though, is late in the evening. The festivities are over.
People, if they're being observant, will probably notice Torruun being always within eyesight of Rylan that day, especially during the evening.
As the moon rises deep into the sky. The night is a cold one, very cold. And most of you have probably gone to rest. Well, I say rest.
I'm sure as hell not.
I've spent the last week and a half resting.
Is that you might be doing other things, which you're probably, either way, whatever you might spend your evenings doing then.
Yeah.
This is one of the nights that Thorok is awake.
Probably spending some time in that candle room.
Probably, actually, that it is a very nice place to meditate on.
But I mean that's where Jortess is.
Oh, okay.
So, what is Sarah doing?
Considering it's late at night, should probably see whether or not she can't steal a bath somewhere. Does Keegan have anywhere where she uses for bathing?
Yes, there are places for bathing.
Okay, then she'd probably be there considering.
There's a
Party.
river, if I remember.
Well, there is an indoor space as well.
If you
Yes.
need soap, it's down that hallway door, third door on your left.
I can find it, don't you worry. Yeah, she'd probably be there and kind of just relaxing.
Sure. which case, Torruun,
Yes.
the night has gone on. Rylan retired to his room a while ago. What would you have done after he's retired to his room?
Sat outside his door.
Okay.
Like a good guard dog.
You will suddenly hear a shattering sound from within.
I will knock on his door. Ask if he's alright.
You won't hear a verbal response.
I'll let her out.
Is his door locked?
Yes?
Okay. Does his door have any windows?
The door? No.
No. Does his room have any windows?
Is his room? Yes. No, you won't really be able to easily get to the window from the outside, but there's one.
Torruun's gonna like shout into his room, Rylan, if you're there, just give me some kind of response. Throw something at the door, yell at me to go away, just something. Let me know you're there.
Time to bomb the door.
You don't really get too much of a response.
But I do get a response.
You definitely hear something which you think is Rylan, but it's a very rushed response. Very rushed. No one else is currently around.
What's the response?
Yeah, what was the response?
Essentially, it was a very, very rushed and not entirely convincing. I'm fine.
Torru's is gonna ask, is it happening? Are you okay?
What do you mean? I'm fine.
There's nobody else here. It's just you and me. You know, of all people, come on, just trust me this one time. Are you okay?
His voice goes dead silent.
Oh my god, he's hitting puberty.
Torruun,
Yes?
you do hear in mine like cracking, kind of the cracking of joints, though.
Right. Shit. This requires a wisdom check. Tor will determine that the best course of action is probably not to just immediately break in, and instead we'll just kind of ask him to please unlock the door.
You won't hear an initial response.
Tor will just like knock again, it's like, please let me in. There's no one else here. I'm not bringing anyone else in, and we can lock the door as soon as I'm inside. Just please let me in. I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it.
Torruun, go.
No. I made a promise, and I intend to damn well keep it this time. I'm not going anywhere.
You think you hear a minor pained curse? That. Definitely directed at you.
Yeah. Siltor is going to knock one more time and say, Rylan, the last time I broke a promise to you, a lot of horrible
You
things
hear the
happened.
door unlock.
I swiftly just squeeze into the door, opening it as little as possible just so I can get in. I get in the door and I relock it immediately.
Torruun,
Yes?
I had a question. What is the status of your AC right now?
The status of my AC would probably be flat-footed, so I'm going to say 13.
Alright. Roll me a d20.
4.
Torruun,
Yes?
that was a meat.
Okay.
A meat AC. As Torruun, you were suddenly pounced.
Well,
That's fine.
You are pounced by a beast of a figure.
That's fine.
Well, you sure about that?
Is he actively trying to claw my eyes out?
I did say this was versus AC.
that's a yes.
Well,
The individual. Well, I don't need to describe much. You already know what's going on here.
oh yeah, I definitely know what's going on here. But
And no one else can actively see it. Torruun?
I just have one question. Full
Yes?
or partial?
Hmm?
Full or partial?
Partial.
Good. Then I'm just gonna go into werewolf form and basically
Well,
hug him.
Well, before then, he did land a hit on you,
Yeah.
and I'm required to roll that hit.
Yep. At least he didn't critical me.
He rolled pretty far from a critical.
Yeah. Although I'd
Basically
rather.
that plus that plus that.
Ouch. That was a third of my health.
Yep.
Well then. Yeah, I'm going to shift into werewolf form and basically just bear hug him.
Well, what action is it for you to shift into werewolf form?
I believe a move action? Because
This
I'm
is
a natural
important.
lycanthrope.
This is important.
Racial traits, change shape. as a move equivalent action.
Sure. So, would you like then to attempt a grapple?
Yes.
To
16.
restrain? Let me see. Uh, 16. Ooh. No. Barely not.
Okay.
Well, I inform you, Sarah. You hear this odd noise from down the hallway. Are people getting? Are people getting in? Are people arguing again?
Why do they always do the swim in the bath?
I'm not sure if Sarah wants to get out of the bath, but you know.
Yeah, she'll, like, stand up, precipitation, and start drying herself off.
Sure. Torruun?
Yes. I need. Well, he has a higher than +3 bonus. He probably beats my AC.
Yeah, I think that's fitting. And then that one won't. Okay.
And does this count as silver?
Yes.
Shit. Uh.
Your action and choose what to do.
Well, free action, fast healing.
Sure. Free action, fast healing.
And again, I am going to try to restrain him.
Attempt a restrain, please.
17.
On the dot.
Woohoo! Grapple.
Okay then. Then. I see. 1 second. Let me just check something. Okay then. Well, he struggles, attempting to bite at you. Well, I shouldn't say bite, claw at you.
Looks like he failed.
He did. Meaning, I can pretty safely say, Torruun,
Yeah.
you will be able to restrain.
Yay.
Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
during that mess, you would have been able to get up and dry yourself off. Most certainly.
Yeah. Considering that it's Kivli, she'd probably just be wearing, like, I don't know, whatever equivalent of pajamas she has, which is probably just most of her cold weather outfit.
Sure. Just wrapped in blankets.
Yeah. How far from the rooms is the bath?
Brandon's room is pretty close to the bathroom.
Like, how long would it take her to get there? 'Cause I have an idea.
A couple of rounds.
Okay. Well, she's going to start heading. And when she kind of gets close, she's going to be like, yeah, let's do it. And she's essentially going to pop a bloodline point. And with Stormborn, they can make any weapon they touch shocking. Could she do that with her hands?
I suppose.
She's not really using this for practical things. She's just going to try and appear scary.
Okay.
Yeah, now she comes around the corner. She's not really looking. She just kind of shouts, "Cut it off!" Or no, cut it out. Wrong one.
Cut it off.
Torruun.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a scene for you. Where Torruun, you're sitting there restraining the bestial shifted Rylan. It's for Sarah. Looking at who's been looking at the scene there. It's
I closed the door. Remember? And relocked it. I specifically
He did.
specified that was.
but he
the
pounced
action
you
I
as you were
took.
going through the door.
Oh.
You didn't have a chance to do that. He pounced you as you were going
Okay.
through the door. He didn't give you that opportunity.
Shit. I tried.
You did try. Which sounds just an interesting situation. As it, you've seen what Torruun looks like as a werewolf.
Yeah, like twice,
It's not,
I think.
it's not that. It's not quite that. But bestial? Yes.
Is it around the same height as what Rylan would be?
Yes. And the
Sir,
and the creature's eyes certainly say something.
Circa just stands there with kind of like electricity fizzing on her. She's like, "Oh God, that's Rylan."
It's clearly a humanoid. It's not like a full shifted werewolf, but it's something between.
Can I make a perception check? Because Sideline definitely would be up at this time working on his clockwork stuff.
Would he be doing it near the bedrooms?
Yeah, he would be.
Sure.
That's a hell of a ruckus.
Let's see. I mean, possibly you heard it.
It's up to you, whether yes or no.
And Sarah did kind of just shout there.
Yeah.
You heard Sarah shout. Put it that way.
Sideline leads out of his room, looks like, Sarah, what are you yelling about?
Sarah's
Yeah.
kind of just standing around this kind of like, he's here covered in lightning, and she's kind of like,
Standing there covered in lightning in her pajamas.
It's just like, nothing, you can go back. Just a real bluff.
Why are you cracking?
Does Sideline care enough?
Even if you bluff to him, he's like, ooh, lightning. He's going to check that out. He hasn't seen that before.
I've done this a few times before. It's because, you know, my blood.
No, I haven't seen you crackle with lightning before.
Oh,
Seen you crackle with fire. This is
Sarah, could you close the door and maybe go help Sideline understand lightning a bit better?
I understand lightning. Thank you very much.
But
Sideline
you're a werewolf.
walking toward.
I need to.
Werewolf speak.
You
Let's
all can
see.
speak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Sarah's just going to say, oh, God. Here, Sideline, maybe we can use it to, like, charge up your hollow book or whatever the hell that thing is.
That's not how that works.
Well, we can see.
It's literally not how that works.
Oh, come on.
I'm 100% positive that's not how that works.
You're about to be negative. Electrically negative.
What was that ruckus, anyways?
I think it's Alfie and Jaden mucking about or something.
They took a room on the other side of the building.
Or did they?
Yes, because I know where they are. I purposely kept track of that.
That's slightly creepy.
Sarah, door.
Yeah. Sarah's just kind of slowly closing it over for food.
Click shut.
Let me guess. Something. Ryland's having one of those purple eye moments where he's doing the suggestion thing again, right?
Oh. What?
Ryland's purple eye thingy, but Jakes, they have power. I'm assuming that's what's going on.
Probably.
At this point, Sideline's probably left his room and sort of leaning next to the
Wait,
wall
what's
next to Sarah.
this? Was this? Wait, did you tell us? Out of character, did you tell everyone about the whole entire purple eye thing?
That's his theory.
So,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I wasn't sure whether or not you've told the party that or whether or not you've
Yeah.
not.
No, he's
That's why.
he's rambled about that a bit.
She says, maybe. In which case, you're probably best not going there because you're going to end up being sent outside or something.
Suggestion. It's just commanding about the people. It's not like it's gonna kill me, unless he's like suggested me to kill myself, which would.
Well, no, like I
Probably.
just said, he could suggest you to go outside, and as you could probably see,
Oh, that would be
it's not
unpleasant.
pleasant.
Yeah.
He can force me to be obligated to kill you. Want to point that out. So,
Good point. That's true. Then why are you not?
Because he's helping, I think?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a
Damn it.
teenager thing. He is
Ow.
13 now. Or however you weird humans work.
13 sounds about right. A lot of powers come around that age.
Uh,
Isn't that when
got my-
sorcerers sort of activate, right?
I think so.
yes, we're having a something like that.
Sorceress outbreak first.
Something like that.
As Torruun's having to avoid getting clawed in the face.
Something like. Why is there not more fire then?
Because not everyone
I'm helping
manifests in fire,
contain-
Sideline.
It's
Helping
more of a.
contain it. Not safe. Do not open the door.
I wasn't planning on it. If it's that what it is, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Good.
let's just maybe leave him to deal with that. I'm gonna go check on the other kids.
All right, Doran, I'll be here if you need me.
No, just leave. I got this. It's under control.
Says the person who's swearing to himself and sounds like he's like barely holding on to something.
He always swears well.
I mean, sort of, but that's more muttering to him. This is like actively swearing in a sort of, stressed format, I think.
It's Torruun.
I think he was alright. That's true. I don't understand Torn at all. I don't understand humans at all. You guys are weird.
I'm not human.
I'm referring to the. You get the point.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on those kids.
Mhm.
I guess just ignore them for now. I'll probably quiet down.
All right.
The other kids are currently playing a game of Go Fish.
Okay. Let's just go see if she can just join in there, and she's gonna stay there. Just keeping an eye out.
You can play a game of Go Fish.
Unsurprisingly, she doesn't trust the two werewolves.
Sideline. He knows what happens to sorceress thing, so while he will leave at request, he'll just sort of grab a chair and sit outside his room and work on his holobook there,
Well, Torruun.
out of blast radius.
Now, short range blast radius, medium range blast radius, or
medium
long
range,
blast
medium
radius?
range blast radius.
So you can only be hit with long range spells. I'm hearing
Well, he's just within medium.
just within medium.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm hearing? Lightning bolt.
Yeah. I mean, if he
Me
could cast
too.
lightning bolt, he would be damn impressed.
It's only a third level spell.
Yeah, but the sorcerers, that means level 6.
Yeah. So what all else? Does anything else happen?
Well, you're still trying to hold on to something trying to bite you. Well, I say bite and claw.
Well,
Yeah, no, I'm just maintaining pin for as long as I can.
I mean, you effectively maintain it until one of you gets exhausted.
It's probably going to end up being him before me.
If you have, I don't know if you have any way to aid you in this, aid you in this restraint, but
Well, I mean, I have 17 con. I'm not getting exhausted anytime soon.
sure. Eventually, he'll just kind of tire, pass out, and return to normal.
Well, then Torrun's going to shift back into human form. Basically, pick him up, just go sit him in the bed, make sure the door is thoroughly locked and barred, and then just basically go sit with Rylan for the rest of the night. or morning or whenever the heat stops.
The term "sweet dreams" is definitely not appropriate here.
Yeah, no.
It definitely looks more like a nightmare.
Well, then Torrun's basically just going to try and talk him into basically is trying to guide him towards thinking about better things.
Give me a charisma check.
I'm going to use a polypurpose panacea on this to increase this by +1.
What, are you telling me you don't
10.
have charisma?
10 total.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Unlucky. Yay for average.
Well, you try at least. You're not sure how big of effect you had, but you try. Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
you seem to keep losing it. Go fish.
Damn it. I'm still blaming Jortess's cards. Even if
Well-
we're not using them.
Yeah.
No.
If you're using my cards, then several of them are missing and several are bloody. So,
Told you watched them. Or tried to.
well,
Yes, you
yeah,
seem
still missing
at
some.
least tonight though, you seem to be losing a lot. Actually, both you and Alfie seem to be losing a lot.
Mm.
Detect magic.
Like mid-game, detect magic.
I was gonna say, hold on, I need to go to toilet. Walk out. Then on the way, but Kev like sit over for like 3 minutes, then come back, but cast detect magic beforehand.
Spy around the corner of it.
I don't know, should just walk in and have a look.
There is indeed some faint magic being used in the room.
Knowledge Arcana. Because this is a skill I have. The one skill.
Spellcraft.
But technically,
Yeah.
it's a spell already in place, which makes it Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Arcana.
Spellcraft be a spell currently being cast.
22. Which I think. I can't remember what DC's first.
Let's see.
Yeah, it depends on they're the casual level and everything, I think, anyway, so.
The spell Heighten Awareness is currently on the effect of Jaden.
Jaden. Are you using magic?
He just kind of looks confused. Did you?
You're kind of. She kind of makes hand motions as like. Glory, do you know how to detect magic at all? Is cantrip useful?
I've done it before. I can't say.
Okay, well, you're somehow unless you specifically casted it, you're subconsciously using it, and it's making you better at this game, which is why I'm losing. And Joffy. Stop that, we're bad.
Sure. Blame
He
the
just-
invisible magic.
Yeah, he does not seem convinced by this.
I don't know how to show you this, but you're definitely doing it, or something there. Is there
Yeah,
anything
right.
else?
Yeah, right. No, nothing else.
Okay. Alfie, you believe me, don't you?
Nope.
That Alfie. Oh, either way, I don't know. If anything strange happens again, which seems like magic around you, please tell me, because this seems like the type of thing that's slightly worrying. Especially if you're using magic at random.
I don't know.
Sure,
The
it's
problem
not
is,
tired.
Willow does it all the time.
Abby kind of looks at you. Are you tired, Big Sarah?
Why am I Big Sarah? This is Small Sarah.
Kind
No.
of looks like he's about to say something and then just shuts up.
Sure, this isn't going. And no, I'm not tired. I know magic when I feel magic. I'm kind of almost made of the stuff.
He tried to poke you.
Um,
After
I don't know if you're expecting something to happen from it, but I mean, I could make something happen.
You said you made a magic. Focus again.
Sarah does the lightning trick again. I could do this today.
He starts poking.
Careful, lightning hurts. Sarah kind of like lifts her hands up.
Yes, there's a reason they stopped poking.
Spark, ow, spark, ow, spark, ow. This is
It goes
fun.
away. It goes away after a couple of seconds. Hold on.
I'm just saying. Sarah has the worst case of static electricity ever.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just like rubs her hands together and everything's kind of like staticky. But anyway, I don't know. Jaden, try not to, I don't know, inadvertently cheat.
I wouldn't cheat.
Well, it's not fair if you can use magic. I'm not using my magic.
I'm not using my magic.
Look, I don't know. There's no way for me to convince you of this without you being able to see yourself, unless you want to use a scroll on yourself.
Just out of curiosity, would there be a way for Sarah to be able to tell if it actually had Jaden's aura, or if it had the weird
It's a personal
thing's
spell.
order?
It is a personal spell, by the way.
Yeah. So unless
Yeah,
she
but
somehow
it's an
stole
item that's
an
inside
extract.
his body, so...
It's true. But,
That's-
well,
Anyways,
Sarah would need a more powerful spell than detect magic.
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Need greater detect magic or something stronger than that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my definitions are puny. Sarka just like whispers out of the corner of her mouth, Michael, stop letting them win. And she'll continue playing.
Sarah,
Mm-hmm.
kind of crushed.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a way of cheating here.
Well, fetch
Unless-
someone who does then.
Mm.
Anyway, so everyone can continue resting, and the next morning everyone can wake up. Well, everyone can wake up.
If Torruun leaves the room or they recover, they will find Sideline passed out on a chair, hunched over his hollow book mid-work. It's rather disconcerting because the hollow book, you can see the top of the screen sort of protruding out of his back. It's a hologram.
Torruun,
Yeah.
can you roll me a Constitution check, by the way?
Werewolf constitution or human constitution?
Your human Constitution. The purpose of this, by the way, is because well, you put some strain on your arm.
Oh,
Oh
God.
crap.
Dear
12.
Torruun.
Trying to restrain Ryland, so it's possible, you know. Okay. Yeah, it's possible you damaged your arm in trying to restrain Ryland.
Not tell Thorok, or else he's going to gripe at you again.
Because grappling is a two-handed action, generally.
He's already ranted at you for not keeping still whenever we were traveling.
Yeah, well, I was fighting wolves and undead horsemen.
Yes, I know, but you aggravated your condition.
Yeah, fuck
Keegan
off.
had to re-break your arm.
But yes, everyone can go down to get breakfast in the morning, if they would like to.
Yep.
When Ryland wakes up, he is in a bit of a daze, in a sense. Very out of it and not in a very good mood.
You alright, Ryland?
Just kind of a bit down in the dumps. Torruun,
Hands him some
of
bacon.
course, Torruun, you have large claw marks in you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty
Torruun
deep
just
ones.
kind of like, when Torruun sees him wake up, he's just going to smile at him and say, everything's okay.
I said he's going to be a little bit down in the dumps.
Nope. Give him a hug.
You can give him a hug, which he's a bit awkward giving you back, actually, right now. Possibly a little bit ashamed.
No, I'm giving him a hug and a smile.
And also, from Torruun, quite quickly, something Torruun could tell, rather afraid.
Hmm. It's fine. I've got him. He's fine. But yeah, I will basically just tell ask Rylan if he remembers what happened. If he doesn't, I'll
He does.
tell. He remembers? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everything's fine. Sarah will just get like a smile and a thumbs up at her after, although you will notice he's probably actually Tor probably will have had Rylan cast mending on his clothes before they went to go eat.
Sure, that can be done. Though, of course, you still have large cut marks in you.
Did you just prepare an extract to heal? Or use your fast healing?
I was going to.
Okay.
Because you did get dealt, like, what, 21 damage?
Suspect drunk.
Yeah, no, I can just heal that up with extracts and fast healing. It'll be fine. There is no evidence. Prestidigitation and mending. It'll be fine.
Magic
But
makes
yeah.
things so easy.
Yeah. But yeah, since Dor and Rylan are going to be apparently late to breakfast, when Sarah does give him a questioning look, Dor will just smile and give her a thumbs up, and then go back to eating.
Yay, Torrun's not dead. Sorceress outbreak didn't kill him.
Wait, what? Sorcerer's outbreak.
Nothing. It happens to a lot of people at this age. Ignore it. It's fine.
Not a lot of people, but enough.
Hey, mate.
Yeah.
You're suddenly hit with sudden ray of cold in your chest.
Ow! Why? It happens to everyone. Ignore it. It's fine.
Sorry, I had an outburst.
That was very blatant. I can see you casting magic.
Thor comes out of the kitchen in a pink flowery apron as he usually does and says, "All right, you two, calm down."
He wears a that personal image is the best.
Yes, we do this every morning.
I'm sorry, I can't get over that. That is the best. Do you want me to make you a kiss the cook apron next?
Yeah, whatever. He sets a big
Smell
like
what the
Dutch
rock is
oven.
cooking.
He sets a big like Dutch oven down on the table. Here you go. We got nice shepherd's pie for breakfast.
Shepherd's pie. Not sure it's
Yeah,
right.
it's better than the mushrooms.
Didn't have any peas, so I had to use mushrooms.
Oh, damn it.
Just waiting for it.
Oh, it's fine.
I swear you do this on purpose.
There's always a mushroom.
Of course.
I'm learning to cook. If it's the last thing that I ever do.
Good, that'll be nice. Help ease the burden off me and Keegan.
I don't know. I kind of like mushrooms.
Yeah, but you're weird. You didn't like bacon.
It was okay. Still don't like the concept of eating things that can think, but
Sideline, you're
I'll
something
give
that
you
you're going to have
one.
to. Still something that you're going to have to realize that they don't think like we do. I will say.
I know. I understand completely and utterly. It's fine.
Actually, I could do you one better. See, in my clan, since most things that live underground and stuff don't exactly think at all.
Are you gonna
Like
tell me to eat insects?
Fungus and well of a sort. It's things like cave crawlers and stuff.
That's
They
just
don't.
yes.
They don't think, but they're very good.
Do you have any like
Similar-
giant worms, like fist size around that you can cut into steaks?
Sideline, you know what
They're
you might
rare, but-
enjoy? Sideline, you know what you might enjoy? Things like crab.
I do
and
enjoy fish.
crayfish.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
actually
well-
very similar to that.
Yeah. They don't think at all,
Scorpions
actually,
and
as
things.
far as we're aware. They're
Hey,
not like animals.
I
They-
prefer it. I prefer it, but still, the thought is there, and I don't like. Well, now that I have this body and the ability to think philosophically, it's been rather interesting.
I see.
Don't worry, everyone has their philosophical moments. They'll pass.
No, I didn't before. I literally couldn't because my brain would get stuck in the infinite loop, so my programming prevented me from doing so.
Everyone that's not made of
Welcome
metal
to circular logic.
It's annoying.
It is.
Well, at least you don't explode when you think of it.
Didn't explode, just shut down and sort of entered a state of comatose kind ofness. Alright.
No, either way, eat.
Mm.
Eat your breakfasts. Especially you, Rylan. You look tired.
Yeah, you should really eat up.
You don't eat, so less than usual. Meanwhile, the two other boys though seem more lively today.
You guys seem like you're in a chipper mood. What's up?
Cheers.
They will tell you all about how they together beat Sarah's butt at cards.
It's not fair. He's
Nice.
using magic.
Sure.
And
he
you have
is.
magic. What's your excuse?
Exactly.
Are you sure you're not just bad at cards?
I think it might be that and the
And then-
ability to use proper magic.
The two boys will most certainly be on the side of Sarah's just bad at this. There was no magic being used.
Oh wow.
I'm very much on the boys' side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Sarah, you're just shit at cards. Or Jortess's cards are cursed. Either
Ask
one.
us.
It wasn't even my cards.
Yes, it was.
Why would you even use my cards? Several are missing.
Nah. It's the only card deck you have.
Anyway,
I'll be right back, guys. Have to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second.
Ow, hair.
You'll play cards with Sarah, but won't play Pong with me? What? Sad no.
Well, your
As-
weird hollow thing is weird.
But also, as a note, Sarah spent basically a week trying to befriend them.
Sure.
it worked mostly. At least I've managed to get them to play cards. As far as we're concerned, that's basically like a massive leap.
It's massively from trying to kill you.
It's like learning how to walk. Everything that everybody needs to learn in their life. 1, learn to walk. 2, play cards. And 3, don't kill Torruun. Or Jortess.
Thank you. But if you do ever want a fourth for cards, it sort of gives a little wave.
I would hold off playing Jortess. A few times I've played him, I've lost completely.
And I don't even have magic. Sticks his tongue out at Sarah.
She's giving you a look like I'm going to get you back somehow. Just you wait.
He gives you back a look of, I know, I don't care.
Rylan, random question. 1 or 2?
Because one.
Oh, okay. You can see him type a few things down in his hollow book and do a few design sketches. It still looks like complete gibberish to everybody because it's written in the ancient language and it's a shit ton of blueprint sketches.
I'm back.
Hello.
You do.
Though it's obvious that it's probably the same thing Sideline's been working on for the past week-ish. He hasn't really stopped working on it.
And take it that the storm's still very much a storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so it is dying down a little bit.
Bing. How long do we think the storm will keep lasting for?
Yeah, about to the end of the month, I'm guessing.
Another few days.
Every day or so.
Right, well,
The
is
group,
there anything-
the group would more or less be recommended to probably start getting ready to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready, apart from maybe scrounging up some more rations.
Rations can certainly be provided to each of you,
Woo!
up to a total of 10 rations.
Woohoo!
Woo! 10 rations.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
Torruun, can you carry some?
Since I swapped out the all the goops and stuff, I freed up a lot of space.
Oh, I need to
can
pick
carry
up
another-
some more goops.
I can carry another like 14 pounds now.
So one
Yeah,
of the things
I can carry 10 worth of rations for Sarah. Sure.
so
Okay.
so one of the things here will be so essentially I'm not feeling the best feeling the best right now,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
but this session has handled some important points.
We're no longer dying.
Yay!
This
Nice.
session essentially oops, I broke the calendar.
Oopsie.
This session I will officially kind of put the end to now, but what essentially we're going here is, as a group, you guys will be ready to leave basically on the first day of the new year.
All right then.
Feel free to leave and kind of set forth on your journey. Each of you kind of have some days of downtime here where you can kind of do as you wish, in a sense, like question people, or if you've got any ideas of things you want to do, you can kind of PM them to me.
Mhm.
Other than that, you also, of course, have you decide as a group what do you want to do and how do you want to handle this.
Yeah.
Quick question before we end: did we get anything from clearing out the skeletons? Was there anything else
Oh yeah,
down
good
there?
point.
There's not a lot down there. Though surrounding doing what you can, there was perhaps 500 gold pieces worth of silver.
Oh, cool.
All right. Another thing, Dark, is not of silver. That's good. Is there any tool steel down there that would be able to be recovered in any form of way? Sort of way.
What was that?
Tool steel, things like swords, armor, hammers, picks, things that would be sort of found buried with the people that could be recovered and repaired. Even if it's rusted, I can probably use some of the goo to repair it and de-rust it.
The goo doesn't really the goo won't really do a whole lot to it. You'll find that much.
It'll
It'll do
de-rust it. It used to. It did.
It'll do a little bit, but it's not going to fix the integrity if the integrity of that is actually broken.
Yeah, no. I just want the steel. I don't care about the item itself.
But just for pure steel, yeah, you could gather what would be 280 gold worth of
Random
junk
tool
steel.
bits. All right.
Hooray!
Yeah, it's going to need to be like resmelted though.
Yep, that's fine.
That'll be fun.
Scrap metal. This will go up to a shit ton of weight. Something like that. 250-ish?
Yeah.
Hooray! And then everyone else gets an extra like 100.
Yeah, 100 gold. Cool.
Yeah, I made back whatever I did with my stuff. Oh, not
Hooray.
2,000.
I have 100 gold.
All in silver.
Actually have money.
How
Yeah.
are you
All in
always...
silver coins.
Yep.
Bigby, I don't understand how you're always broke.
Monk.
You just seem to eat money.
It's a dwarf.
No, I just
Dwarf.
don't. I don't
Money is
get
made
money.
of metal.
I don't eat money. That's gnomes. Gnomes are more. They prefer coins and stuff like that to dwarves,
Yes.
and we don't eat them anyway.
Between you all, you can kind of talk and plan and think and discuss and kind of get some things done. I'm going to go to the toilet.
Okay.
I'm sorry this session's being cut a little bit early, but it also helps because next time we'll be kind of moving on to a new area, a new chapter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this was very much like, except for the ending, there was very much kind of an intermission session. Let's be honest.
Yeah, cleanup
You need
session
tempo.
almost.
Yeah.
Yes. Next time, most of the traveling we're going to be skipped over for the most part. Not a lot will happen on the traveling.
Uh,
Good to know.
well, You know,
So the
obligated to ask though. Ding.
No, he
Didn't
just
think so.
dinged.
Yeah, I know.
The meat of next session will take place at your destination.
Yeah.
And then,
So yeah, guys, Ryland's a skinwalker.
Yes.
oh
Yes,
dear
he is.
crap.
No. He's a blossoming sorcerer. It's fine.
Yes.